People are real mad about this.
Stop. Shut up.
I'm 30 seconds into the video.
I don't care. Stop. I unlisted.
You threatened to fight me to the death, and if that ever happened, I'd rip your arm out of the socket.
I said it was in a better time.
Enough. Stop lying. I'll just find more receipts if you keep doing it.
Oof.
You do have that receipt, but you don't understand what that receipt's saying. If you're trying to be a positive role model for men, you shouldn't be a sensitive little piss baby about this stuff.
It doesn't change.
He wants that.
You still lied. You lied to me just
Still
now.
lying.
You said eugenics wasn't something you thought that was a little bit cringe. Your message said to be a positive role model, he shouldn't be doing things like championing eugenics. Your words, your message. That was your idea, and now you're lying and saying that you thought Rage Pope was cringe
Still
when he
lying.
brought it up. It was your idea, and I also don't know how Rage Pope isn't calling you out on this shit because you're lying about what you said to Rage Pope.
I don't understand what's happening. Watch the Erudite debate. Okay, link it if you want. The bridge may be burning. We're not sure right now. Proxy wars are happening between Erudite and DGG by way of the bridge Nick over lifting drama that apparently is starting to engulf my entire Discord and orbiters and even adversarial solar systems. The President Sunday solar system drifted into the fit Discord room and started arguing as well. I don't know why. I don't know how you guys are so wrapped up over this, but anyway.
Okay, continue.
Right. Okay, so
yeah, let's run
he
that.
says that he makes fun of my height or something like that, and I say, I'm taller than you laying down, which is a joke, right? And it's a penis joke, right? Because it's like if you're laying down with an erection, like all men's heights are the same, except for in the phallus or in your gut, I guess. But we're both pretty lean dudes. And then he posts a picture of his naked body with his in a toilet paper roll, and he goes, wrong again. And then I go, bro, you fit in the toilet paper roll, sub 5-inch diameter. Nice try.
Wait, did he do that? Okay, I was not there for that. I was in and out for a lot
Jesus
of this day.
Christ, guys.
That's what happened. That was how like that little exchange went down. Would you say that that's a super inaccurate summation?
I didn't see the toilet paper deal, but I'm assuming that just got deleted then.
Well, there's 2 toilet paper deals. Apparently he's got a pretty big dick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were just responding to that one, that's fair, I guess. Fine.
Yeah, that was the dick size one. It literally wasn't a physique comparison. I posted the picture because he hadn't seen my physique yet, and you guys have been asking various people in the fitness sub keep asking me to post physique, and I'm pretty sure someone had just done it again recently in there, so I just posted another physique pic, right? So it was a joke. It was a joke from the start. In response to being made fun of for my height, which is fine. People can make fun of my height. It just means I'm gonna make fun of your dick. Like, I don't know, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if someone's throwing shit, you throw it back. Yeah, but I didn't do that. I didn't bring up your height or any of that shit.
So the reason, maybe you did catch shade that you shouldn't have, but it wasn't over that, right? The first mean thing I said to you, I think, was, bro, you're literally too stupid to breed, or something like that, right?
Yeah,
damn.
Because you said something wrong and got defensive when I called you out on it.
So, I mean, you can tell me I'm wrong. I think I'm just objectively correct about the extras.
Let's go actually to the top. Let's go from other side. Let's
sure.
talk
I'll
about
take
Darius
it wherever you want to. We can have it on every beach and every shore. Sure, let's go.
So you got Darius's program, and you kind of started off by, you gave him kind of a goofy program. You put him at RP5 at the start without any good progression metrics. He's doing 3 lifting days a week of 4 exercises a day. But you have him doing stuff like isolation forearm work and forearm extension, I believe, during that time, which is just goofy overall.
Can you provide context? Okay. Okay. I don't think I can say anything. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. I don't want the bridge to burn over this. So I'm not gonna say anything. I'm a small dude. Okay. I'm a small guy. I squatted 190 by 5 by 3. Okay, yesterday. It's the biggest I've squatted in my life. That's all I do. Okay, I'm a small dude. I'm not super muscular. Okay, I'm still working out. So don't ask me anything. Okay, hold on. What is this? Okay, I'm on my own journey right now. Okay. Wait, this is the program. I don't know what you just linked me. This Google spreadsheet. There is no program here. Oh, there is. TSA intermediate. Is this the program? I don't know. Stop norm retarded. Oh, good job, K Cappuccino dipshit. Darius linked me some shit, but it's on a spreadsheet. I'm not gonna open that. Okay. Just so that chat has context, so this is the program. On day 1, we're doing incline dumbbell bench press, 35 to 40. I don't know.
This drama is a reminder that the gym flare is a flower.
True. Okay. I don't know why you're doing it in the middle of my sentence. You fucking inconsiderate fuck. Find who that guy is and ban him. 35 to 40. I don't know if this is the weight it's supposed to be. I don't know what that means. Oh, 35 to 40 degree incline. Okay. So we got incline dumbbell bench press. We've got dumbbell lateral raise. We got a dumbbell bicep curl. And we got a dumbbell rear delt swing. Okay. 3 sets from, different rep ranges. And then RPE 5. So someone, Jacob in chat. Okay, hold on. If you guys want to be critical of Nick, you can be critical of Nick. That's fine. But if you say something retarded, I'm also going to say something to you, okay? Destiny, he has no weights given. That's part of why it's retarded, okay? RPE implies a weight. Now, RPE 5 is an interesting number to put there, but that still does imply a weight. You don't technically need to tell somebody what weight they need to lift. If you're saying like RPE 7, RPE 8, it's whatever you can lift that has 2 or 3 reps left in the tank. That's what I mean. But technically, that is a weight given. Okay, that is a weight given. Okay, that's confusing for a beginner. No, I have nothing to say about that. I don't know. Okay, day 2 lower, sumo deadlift. Machine leg extension, hanging knee raise, and leg press calf raise. Okay. Why are you avoiding saying shit? Because people are real mad about this, okay? We've got the day 3 upper body is wide grip assisted pull-up, high to low cable fly, lying cable face pull, dumbbell forearm extension. Do you think that's just this? I honestly have no idea what this lift even is. Dumbbell forearm extension.
Extension, what you're gonna do is grab a pair of dumbbells and brace the inside of the forearm against the bench. Let your wrist totally bend, and then extend the wrist up so that you're pulling the palm, or the back side of the palm.
Jeez, okay. Remember, everything I say, I'm retarded. So take everything I say with many grains of salt, because I am indeed a retard, okay? If you're doing anything lifting involving these, man, make sure you really know what you're doing. Because as soon as you start doing like flexion and shit with your stuff here, you can f your elbow up really hard. I'm not saying it's a bad lift. I don't know if it's bad or not. I have no idea. I'm just saying be really, really careful whenever you're doing lifts like this, because you can f your elbow shit up real hard. This is for every lift. If you're bench pressing and when you push up you do this thing, that's real bad for you. If you're curling and you curl up and do this, that's also real bad for you. Just be careful. That's all I want to say. You ever do stuff like this, just be careful. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, I'm just saying be careful. Okay, we have day 1 lower. So it's upper, lower. That was week 1. Week 2, okay. Day 1 lower, we've got leg press, machine leg curl, machine leg extension, and bicycle crunch. Day 2 upper, we've got incline, dumbbell bench, dumbbell lateral raise, dumbbell bicep curl, dumbbell rear delt swing. Day 3 sumo deadlift, machine leg extension, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Most of this is in the RP 5 to 7 range, with some notable exceptions. Okay. That's what's being discussed here, okay? All right. Okay, here we go. Okay? All right. Okay, Erudite and Nick are watching, but that's okay. I don't care if they watch, because I have no strong opinions on any of this. I'm just here to watch and facilitate this for you guys, okay? Here we go.
And your justification for this?
What? Hold on. You're already jumping to a new point. So
Why is forearm
isolation goofy overall?
Forearm extension work is kind of goofy to begin with in terms of what you get in terms of response. And if you're only doing 3 sets a week of an upper-lower split, you might only be doing upper body once that week. And that means 25% you're doing one exercise of your only 4 that week are on only forearms for your entire upper body.
If I remember correctly,
one
his
exercise
upper
of your
is,
only
is,
4 that
is 2 to 1 upper always.
Okay.
I'm not
then that's
100% sure positive about that, but I think that's the case.
I still think if you're doing 3 days a week and 4 exercises a day, doing forearm extension.
Can we go to the forearm?
isolation-
Can we just talk about the forearm extension though? Like I don't know why we're jumping to a new point now. So why is forearm flexion extension goofy?
Well, flexion you can get some growth in, but forearm extension, the response you get for your time put into training is just going to be really, really low.
I would agree. It's like your forearm extensors are small muscles that respond relatively poorly to hypertrophic stimulus. It's not going to be the best bang for your buck if you want to put on overall mass. I would completely agree with that.
Well, and just general in response to your time. I don't think when I think of a twink e-boy that your goal is, I don't think of someone with meaty like lumberjack forearms, do I? I think of a guy with slight arms.
Meaty jumper lumberjack forearms from forearm flexion extension once a week at moderate.
But if that's 25% of his program, that is what's going to grow the fastest. So you wouldn't want to focus on that.
I don't know if it's 25% of his program, but
if he's doing 4 exercises and it's 1 of 4.
Oh, you mean 25% per day?
Yes.
But if there's 2 different upper days, that doesn't mean it's 25% of the program, right? Because it's 1 out of 8.
12.5%.
Do you know what is in the program?
Yes, I have looked it over before. I don't have it on hand.
Why do you seem to be entirely misremembering what's in the program? I'm genuinely. I'm not saying this to be
sorry,
a douche.
Nick, I'm really sorry, but I didn't take the time to learn your mediocre program to perfect memory. There's enough stuff wrong with it that I can kind of just go off the cuff.
Okay, here's another issue that you guys run into. This happened a lot with Queen Lav, okay? If you guys want to bring criticisms, you got to know what you're talking about. You're going to need sources. You're going to need what you're actually criticizing. That's important. You can't just be like, oh, your shit is retarded. Why? Because you're doing this. Well, I'm not even doing that. Okay, well, I know it's retarded for other reasons. Like, me having the exact fraction doesn't change the fact that doing forearm extension work is bad, even if it's 12% instead of 25%. Sure, Jacob. So here is like a thing that maybe you could say. And I could be wrong, because remember, I'm retarded. I'm trying to be as humble as possible, okay? But like, maybe, given a limited amount of time, maybe doing that particular lift isn't necessarily the best of ideas if you're only doing 3 or 4 a day, right? That might be a thing you'd say. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna have a specific critique, it's probably important to have the exact thing. Oh God, what? I'm not having,
Shut up.
I'm 30 seconds into the video.
I don't care, stop. I unlisted, I keep seeing the Twitch ads are like 4 minutes long. I just unlisted the YouTube version so you could just access it. It's usually members only, but I just unlisted.
Okay, link me the VOD and I might watch that if I don't want to support you on Twitch, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Sure. No, I don't have your days memorized, Nick. It's so bad. You don't have broken progression,
bad, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm
trying to say that it was the No, you're literally not. You're bad faith.
Okay.
You're a retard. I don't want to hear anything you have left
Nick,
to say.
you said sumo deadlifts are the most dynamic lift of deadlift.
I can hear your lower lip quivering as you speak to me because you're realizing that just like Rage Pope, you're stepping with absolutely nothing in the chair.
Dude, you're such a fragile little bitch.
You do not know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
You've been whining about this for 3 days.
You threatened to fight me to the death, and if that ever happened, I'd rip your arm out of the fucking socket.
I said it was in a better time when there was duels, bro. It was a joke. If you're gonna
what do you mean it's a joke? If you want to joke about that, I can't joke about that.
You can. I said it. You can threaten to kill me all you want, bro. I'm not a crybaby. I don't care. I'm not fragile. I've been on the internet for years.
We finished talking to you, and you ran upstairs to your wife's stream to cry to her stream about how we shouldn't be allowed to do it and how we're fragile. They mean boys on the internet. They hurt my feelings. They're so fragile. I would kill them. I could beat them up. I could kill them so bad, honey. Look at me. Look at me. These mean internet boys. They beat me all the way up. I could kill them.
I was performing for stream, saying silly memes. Like
so you're doing the. I'm just pretending. Look at me. I'm such a retard. I'm just pretending. And then when people call you on it, you say, jokes on them. I was just pretending to be retarded.
Social cues. Maybe you should go get therapy, right? Maybe you need someone to tell you.
Who is Nick talking to? This is Jacob in chat, or Jacob, whatever the
to
chat.
figure out how to take a joke. I don't know how I can be the frail one, right? When you're in here literally crying to my wife about how you couldn't take the heat, okay? Lying about my program.
I can take the heat. I didn't
no
run away. You ran away.
How did
I didn't run. I didn't run. I didn't run.
I'm here. I was asking you to
dozens of bad fitness takes. You give so many. You give so many. You just had to. You had to ban everyone who disagrees with you on your Discord. Within Discord, you banned all disagreement. You literally said everyone who disagrees with me is not allowed to be here. It's so funny. You say the dumbest shit of all time. You and your wife are making some soft for saying deadlift are glute exercise.
I will mute both of you. Stop. This is fucking annoying. Okay, I get it. Both of you are big and strong and masculine.
No, I'm small and weak and gay. Yeah.
True.
Why are they being such each other? Okay, there's a reason why bodybuilding arguments on the internet are the most autistic, because they rope in so many aspects of humanity you just can't get in other types of. There's a reason why the bodybuilding forums were legendary forums, okay, even for non-lifting people to observe. All right, should have paused it.
There's nothing quite like
She didn't link me the video.
So at AARP, we connect people to what matters most in the places they call home. With
Does anybody have a link on our channel to the video?
For your community. Brought to you by those who know you. Your neighbors.
10 hours straight.
Wherever you live.
My God. Okay, where were we? 9.
Heat, okay? Lying about my program.
I can take the heat. I didn't run away. You ran away.
Okay, I was right here. God, I'm so good.
I literally, I'm here. I was asking you to voice
of bad fitness
for
takes.
a
You give so many. You give so many. You just had to ban. You had to ban everyone who disagrees with you on your Discord. Within Discord, you banned all disagreement. You literally said everyone who disagrees with me is not allowed to be here. It's so funny. You say the dumbest shit of all time. You and your wife are making some soft for saying deadlift are glute exercise.
I will mute both of you. Stop. This is fucking annoying, okay? I get it. Both of you are big and strong and masculine.
No, I'm small and weak and gay. Yeah.
True. Based. Okay. We either need receipts, we need to either have Nick's program up, or this is actually just like, I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah, okay, I've got it up. I've got it pulled up now. I didn't have it ready at first, but I've got it ready now.
Okay. It's just like, it's getting kind of cringe.
Ooh.
Sure, yeah, I can agree with that.
Because just to be clear, this is all still because you guys didn't like his program for Darius, and you think that he's wrong about lever arms, like length of arms and bench press. That's what this started from, just to be clear.
That's what it started from. Yeah, that is what it started from. There's more than that, but yes, that is what it started from.
Which is cringe, right? This is like the Mr. Girl declaring war on the DGG subreddit because, like, he had a fight.
Kind of, yeah. I think people going on a Discord and when they're asked, hey, how do you feel about my program? And they say, I think this is a pretty shit program. And then someone comes in and they get really defensive about it, and then they have to run away to.
I don't know what you mean by defensive. After that. So I read through a lot of the conversation, and there was multiple times where he was really calm. He made a couple of jokes. He sent you guys pictures to explain what was going on. Like, I don't know what more he could do for you guys.
Can we go back to watching cooking videos?
I mean, it's pretty simple, right?
Well, yeah, no, listen, okay, yeah.
Program initially, right? I'll just speak to this last thing before we get into the logs.
Oops.
Yeah.
If you are a liar, if you disagree with this, right? So I came into the server, was super chill initially, right?
As was I. I was chill until after you went off the server.
Can I please?
Sure.
Okay. So I came into the server. I was super chill, despite a whole bunch of people shitting on me, including you, right? People said there was all these problems with my program, right? And then I explained why people's problems with my program were not issues, and in fact adhered specifically to the client's individual personalized needs, right? I lost my league game, by the way. And explaining, as an example, why I start out with an RPE 5 in like the first week, right? Because Darius is a beginner lifter. He's not super acclimated to the gym. I don't want him to accrue a whole shit ton of DOMs. I want him to take it pretty easy until he's undergone some really, really, really basic initial adaptation, because it's really common for beginner lifters to overtrain and overlift in their first like little period, especially when they're lifting with a gym buddy that is more advanced than them, because Darius is lifting with Irrelevant, who's more advanced than him in the gym, right?
Yeah, this
So
is actually one of your goofiest takes you gave. Okay, yeah, if you laughed derisively, that definitely means you're right. So when you were talking about this, you initially said that DOMS is one of the biggest reasons people don't miss their fitness goals. That is one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever heard. People don't fail to meet their fitness goals because of being a little sore. Being sore is actually often something that really, really helps beginners. Because you know how you have that little light on your computer that starts flashing and you know it's working? When you have that soreness when you first start lifting, it's how you know that you're making progress. And a lot of people wear that like a badge. The reason people fail...
Okay, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna be totally honest, okay? I'm gonna be really careful here, okay? Because I read a lot of things, I've seen a lot of things in the chats, and it kind of sounds like Nick and Erudite were being a little bit fucking retarded, and that's what the bridge would burn over, okay? But then every time I hear more, I wonder, okay? Okay? Being sore is not a badge of honor for beginners. Being sore sucks. Especially the first time you get fucking DOMS. I do not think there is any new lifter that goes into their first workout and they walk away with DOMS like, man, I feel so good that I can barely fucking stand without my quads literally exploding in anguish and flames. I do not believe that the average lifter feels that way, that the average beginner feels that way. I don't think that's true. It might feel good if you're like an actual lifter and you've like lifted for a while, you know, like, oh, the pain is good, it responds to things. But like, I don't think that the average lifter comes away feeling like, oh, I'm so happy that I'm like ultra sore, especially when you've got to go back to the gym still with DOMS. There might be some people that like it, maybe, but like, I think you'd be careful. I think you have to be really careful with that, but what the fuck is DOMS? Okay, I'm gonna explain a lot of really basic shit for people that don't know just because it's a fucking actual fitness debate, okay? DOMS stands for delayed onset muscle soreness. Anytime you work out a new muscle for the first time, what you'll experience the next day and the day after is a particular type of soreness that leaves the muscle feeling sore to the touch and stiff and unable to flex. DOMS is not an injury, or it's like a micro injury, but it's not an injury, and as long as you go to the gym the next day and you do a little bit of stretching and you warm up, it should for the most part completely abate, okay? It should go away completely, okay? That is DOMS. DOMS is that feeling when you help a friend move or you do an activity that you've never done before, like rock climbing or running up a whole bunch of stairs, and the next day, you don't feel sore that night, and maybe not even the next morning if it was late at night, but later on in the day, for some reason, you start to get a lot of pain and stiffness in that particular region of the body, okay? That's DOMS.
And long-term fitness goals is because they don't see measurable progress, where they're proud of themselves and they see that growth and they start to like the hobby. And for this, you came up with a really goofy RPE5 system, which advanced lifters can't correctly judge RPE5. And your justification for it was, Darius is kind of a lazy piece of shit, so I'm going to give him a shit program for it.
So now you're just lying again. Like, I don't.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, real quick. Is it not possible to feel this pain even after the second time you work out? Okay, some lifters in here disagree with me, so keep in mind, everything I say, I might be fucking retarded. In my personal opinion, no, you do not get DOMS repeatedly. You might have muscle soreness from a really good workout, but in my opinion, muscle soreness is like a different feeling than DOMS, right? For an example, okay, so yesterday, so I squatted 190 yesterday, okay? My legs are a little bit sore today. If I were to try to squat right now, I think they'd hurt too much to get a good workout, okay? Tomorrow they'll be a little bit sore, but not much, okay? But if I were to take 2 weeks off from the gym after squatting 190, if I take 2 weeks off from the gym, if I go back to the gym and I squat 135, the next day, my quads are gonna be on fire. It's gonna be agony. It's not going to be like, oh, like I work my quads, because if I've rested the muscle for a long time, 2 weeks is enough for me to get DOMS again. If I rest for 2 weeks and I go back and I squat 135, okay, easy weight for me. It won't even be heavy, okay? I'll be doing 500 reps, okay? But after, not really. But the next day, it'll be agony. It'll be so sore. DOMS is a thing that happens for a muscle group that hasn't been worked in a while. That's typically what DOMS is. But like you might get sore or whatever other times too. But after your first lift, okay, so here, listen to this because this is actually important, okay? When you go to the gym and you lift for the first time and the next day and especially the day after that, you feel agony all over your body, that will not happen through your lifting career. That does not happen all the time. It's only the first time you go. It's only the first time you work out a particular muscle. So if you go one day and you do squats, the next day you do bench, then maybe on day 3 you'll have like soreness in your chest and maybe your arms, and maybe you'll lose like the ability to even put your arms all the way aside because everything is like sore and tight. That's not gonna happen the entire time. That will go away after your first week of lifting. I promise. It's not normal. It won't happen. Okay? After your first week of lifting. Okay? All right. Okay. So don't let that discourage you. Okay?
I don't know what to do with this because you're such a chronic
who did you say
liar.
that we banned?
Okay.
You said that we banned a bunch of people in our Discord. Who did we ban?
Yeah, I have logs right here from Nicotine yesterday at 10:34 p.m. I was cleaning up the streets around here these parts. Any heterodox...
Sorry, okay, hold on. I'm not going to do this for many things. So usually it's best to work out the day after the initial onset of DOMS. DOMS should never prevent you from working out ever. DOMS has no impact on your ability to work out. If you go to the gym and you warm up, after you warm up, you should be fine and it should go away and you can do your list as normal, okay? The other things there are other types of muscle soreness or weakness that might mean you shouldn't, or injuries or whatever, or how much you eat or sleep or whatever, but DOMS should not prevent you from working out. Okay, stop, okay.
Gym perspectives will now be subject to warning list timeouts. Any harshing on gains will be treated with utmost contempt. Too many online fitness spaces become such ass. Mine isn't becoming another of them.
Okay. Nobody got timed out or banned.
Did anyone get banned?
I'm sorry. Should I just not take any of your words as fact? Should I just assume you're lying all the time?
Wait, you just said that a bunch of people have been banned.
Oh no.
No, I said you're banning everyone who disagrees with you, which is what that message says, is it not?
You said, I'm cleaning up the streets. Any heterodox or homosexuals will now be subject to warning list timeouts. Timeouts aren't bans.
So heterodox means disagreement.
Okay, stop.
Warning list times out.
Stop.
No,
I'm not doing this.
Fuck. Okay, I don't want to debate. Hold on. Okay, fuck. I am going to be an asshole. Never mind. I'm going to be the guy that has read gym theory for 10 years and doesn't work out, okay? I agree with what you said until DOMS doesn't inhibit your ability to work out. Where did you get that from? DOMS should not inhibit your ability to work out, okay? If you think any different, you're wrong. Kill yourself. In a video game. No, I'm on kick. Actually kill yourself. Yes, kill yourself. DOMS should not inhibit your ability to work out. Stretch and warm up and it should go away. DOMS should not inhibit your ability to work out, okay?
I'm just going to mute you if you won't stop. Okay. He said timeouts. Timeouts are not bans. Timeouts, you stay in the server, you can still see the server, you just can't type in the server for a little bit. This is how we moderate our server all the time. We use timeouts instead of bans pretty consistently. When I look through the list of GGG fitness members that are at least active and our ban list, just to be clear, there's no overlap at all. So you're just still making shit up.
Damn.
Wait, okay, hold on. So you're right, I was imprecise with the term, but you have effectively banned any speaking of disagreement. Maybe it's a 10-minute timeout. Regardless, they're not allowed to disagree with you as the effect of the rule.
No.
No.
I mean, I was asked for clarification about it, and I basically said pretty much anything Joey Swole would disavow. It's literally not even like really about fitness advice stuff. It's more about people who are really shitty in the fitness community. Yeah.
Okay, so I should just mind read you then, is what you're saying. I shouldn't take you any of your words.
Mind read in the worst possible faith. You read this and just assumed that we banned people when it says timeouts. And then you came in here with the audacity to say that we've been banning people, which I was kind of worried about. I was like, oh damn, I hope that's not the case. It'd be fucking
my bad, I'm imprecise with ban and timeout. The
whole
effect of the speech is that you're suppressing speech.
I'm sorry, I just
that's that's my point. Maybe it's not banning. Okay, you win.
You're not
but
in
the point is you're suppressing speech.
I don't give a fuck what you think about my server. Just to be super clear, I don't care.
Wow, you are so mad. Get really loud.
Yes,
Good job.
I am mad. Okay, stop with the passive aggression. You're not a mean girl.
Wait, hold on. Did you forget about how both of us were just screaming for like 5 minutes, like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, you guys were literally both yelling.
Why are you going at the woman so hard the second she starts to raise her voice even slightly?
Don't try to flip this into sexism. I've been mad at you too.
I'm the only one getting made fun of for yelling.
Because you escalated out of nowhere.
Oh.
No, it's because you keep literally
lying.
Okay, so
literally lying, dude.
Literally lying.
Okay, wait, no. Here, I'm literally lying. Let's say I'm literally lying. Explain it to me. I'm too stupid to understand. You guys are suppressing speech. I was wrong about bans.
I'm not asking you about our moderation.
Not
just
you
to be clear,
suppressing
hold
disagreement.
On. Stop. I am not talking to you. Stop. I am not talking to you about our choice of moderation in the server. If you don't like how we moderate our server, that's totally okay. It's not the place for you. We are not banning people. You claim that we were just handing out bans for people who disagree with Nick, which isn't what he said. And
why are you hanging on to something that I backed off of? I said you're right on that. Why are you driving that down?
Don't worry, buddy. I got more ammo. Rage Pope came on and went out of his way to again dishonestly represent what happened. For example, he said Nick was posting near naked photos. He was saying that he was using the F slur. Okay, those comments from Rage Pope were wild.
You can't say that people are posting physiques, that you're posting near naked photos. That was a wild fucking claim. And also, calling somebody a new fag is not necessarily using the F slur. Is this a deprecated term that we use so much? Sure, it's not. But again, bodybuilders, these guys are like 20 years behind with the social standards out. That's not like calling somebody a fag, okay? It's a different thing, okay? You're a little wild for making these accusations when these are the things that are backing it up, okay? Like,
saying a whole bunch of shit that literally did not happen, to the point that Dion and Destiny laughed Rage Pope off the stream. You guys are just lying about this.
Wait,
and
no,
I actually don't understand
that was cringe.
why.
I agree. That was cringe. Why? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. That was cringe.
So why are you still doing the same thing?
ooh.
Wait, what do you mean? What have I done that's the same? I didn't bring up anything like that. I didn't talk about any of those things.
You brought up
Why
that
are you still subtweeting about me?
You brought up that I was physique comparing, and then when I got BTFO'd, I made it about dick size, even though it was about dick size from
so
the
many
beginning,
of your
right?
claims.
It's like you're doing like literally exactly the same thing that Rage Pope did, which is coming in with all this heat, having none of the evidence, and then when being confronted with the evidence, having it turn out that it's not really how you described it, and simultaneously accusing me of doing the same thing and being afraid of the screenshots, even though I'm just fine. I'm literally fine with the screenshots, and like super disingenuously, right, describing the interaction of me defending my program, defending my work, right, because like training is literally my livelihood, right? And I think it's important that personal trainers are giving out quality fitness information. And if you're charging people, which I didn't even charge Darius, but if you're charging people for stuff like routine like creation, right? It's like it can't be just some worthless bullshit, right? Which is why
you're
I'm
right.
willing to
You're right.
take
It's actually wild
criticisms,
people pay you for it.
which is why I'm willing
gotta
to
earn
take
these
the
insults,
criticisms
okay? You
head-on,
can't just-
right? And I'm willing to even interact
We
with
still
you when
haven't
you
gotten
keep
anything
saying
of
stuff
substance
like
from-
that, about me, right? And me as a practitioner and me as an individual, right? And why I'm willing to stand by my program and explain every single step of the way to you as to why it's intentional and efficacious, right? I was willing to do it then. I'm
my
willing to do
God,
it
here we
now,
go.
right? The thing is, you keep screaming when I'm trying to explain, and you just go, yeah, it's really wild that you would make this. It's such a shit program. You're such an idiot. You're such a fucking loser, which is the same thing that you did in the server initially.
Okay, let's bring it back to the program. Are you gonna soapbox, or can we bring it back to the program?
I'm catching everybody up on frame, right? To show
Right, you need to
what you're
reframe
doing.
this so it looks good for you. Okay.
No,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
shifting frame to show
Yeah,
everybody.
you need to reframe it.
So new rule.
To show everybody
new
how
rule,
dishonest
hold
you're
on,
being,
new
right?
rule.
Well, yeah, because you have the platform, so I can't defend myself.
Hold on, new rule. In this conversation, you are not going to make petty, mean girl comments that are undercutting and passive aggressive. Be an adult. Be a grown up.
Oh, I'm
Just be
explicitly
mean.
aggressive. I haven't been
No,
passive aggressive
you're
at
being
a single point in this
passive-aggressive
conversation.
Constantly. You're constantly being passive aggressive. Yeah, like that.
When I'm saying I don't know why someone would actually pay for that, that's actually explicitly aggressive. I hope you understand that.
That's not the condescension that I'm talking about. When it's things like, oh, okay, right? That's the condescension, the passive, petty shit. Just stop. Just be mean.
Oh, okay.
Great. So why don't we look at Darius's program?
Okay, so first of all, the progression thing is a little wacky. Using RPE for new lifters is kind of contentious to begin with, especially if they don't have someone with them to meter it. Using RPE without having...
So, okay, real quick. So RPE stands for the rate of perceived exertion. So RPE is usually measured subtracting from 10. So if I do a lift and I am doing an RPE 10 lift, that means that I'm trying so fucking hard on my last rep that when I finish, I couldn't do a single other rep. I wouldn't be able to finish one, okay? If I do an RPE 9 set, that means that when I finish my set, I probably have one rep left I can do. It's an incredibly hard lift. If I do RPE 8, it means that I finish my set, and by the end, I could probably do 2 more reps. Pretty heavy, pretty heavy. RPE 7 is like, by the time I finish a set, I've got 3 reps in. Not quite as heavy, like pretty light. Like form should be absolutely perfect and everything. Form should always be perfect. Well, that's the difference between RPE 7, 8, 9. The problem with using RPE for new lifters is if you're a new lifter, or well, one could argue, is if you're a new lifter, you don't really know the difference between like RPE 7 and RPE 6 and RPE 9 because you don't know. You haven't used it as much, right? Whereas if you're like an intermediate lifter, or probably like novice to intermediate lifter, you can probably tell by the first rep, like, whew, if I'm trying to do like 5 reps of this is going to be like an RPE 9. This is really heavy on rep 1. Or you do a rep and it's like, okay, this is pretty heavy, but like this should be, not too bad. It's like RPE like 7, 7, 5, 8, right? That's like RPE. Some people would criticize, can you fill out an RPE 5? I have no idea. That's a really low RPE to me. I've never heard of it below an RPE 7 in my life, but I don't know shit. I might be fucking retarded, okay? I don't know what below RPE 7 means. I've never seen it before. I mean, I know what it means theoretically, but I don't know what it means to do a lift with 5 reps in reserve. But that's just me. But also, I don't know. But that's what RPE is. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just explaining what RPE is to people that don't know, okay? Here we go. All right.
Having set weight progressions is even a little crazier. This program, you've kind of left them to the wolves. You don't have any set progression method built in other than an RPE and a rep number. And if you do that to a new lifter, they're going to have no fucking clue what's going on for weight progressions over time.
Okay, that's point 1 that you want to go over?
Do you have any thoughts on that? Do you want to talk about that, or?
Yeah, I'm absolutely willing to talk about it. I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page.
Perfect.
That this is the one thing that you want to deal with first off.
Yeah, I think this is a good first start.
Okay, cool. So when it comes to RPE, yeah, I would generally speaking, I would agree that for a beginner lifter, it's hard to accurately monitor like a specific RPE, which is why I have like a little compass down at the bottom of the routine that explains what RPE is and like a super kind of basic brass tacks way of understanding it. So it says RPE : rate of perceived exertion. How difficult any given set should be. Usually out of 10. Example, if RPE 8, the difficulty should allow for 2 more reps in the tank. Example, RPE 7, 3 more reps in the tank, right? So I'm trying to get him accustomed to RPE using simple language, comparing it to RIR, right? Reps in reserve.
Yeah, so
I'm getting him to think about RPE in terms of RIR because it's good for beginners to learn how to manage RPE over time. I think it's an advantageous skill to develop, right?
I agree.
And I think when most people look at an RPE 5, right, I don't need you, especially a beginner, I don't need you to be able to accurately perform an RPE 5 set, right? I need you to know 5 is between 1 and 10, meaning that this should be relatively difficult, right? And I think I have
Wait, no.
Okay, I could be wrong, and I could be. I'm gonna stop qualifying. Okay, in my personal opinion, but also I do like 3x5 and all this retarded shit. So all my lifts are heavy and they suck. Okay, in my personal opinion, am I right to say this? RPE 7 is like an easy lift. RPE 7, if you finish your lifts and you've got 3 reps left, RPE 7 is like, I worked out, but like my form was fucking perfect. Didn't even feel heavy really in the last one. I could crank out 3 more of these if I needed to. For me, 7 is like, okay, pretty moderate. The difference between like 7 and 9 is like, whew. 9 is like, we're lifting for Jesus on the last rep, okay? Below 7, I don't know. Below 7, in my mind, I feel like it would be really hard to figure out. But that's just like my kind of personal take on that. Oh God, who joined?
It's me.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Let me finish watching this whole thing before, because if I break it, it's gonna take 12 hours.
I'm literally not arguing at all. I just wanted to say when I said relatively difficult, I meant to say moderate difficulty, as in like a 5 out of 10. That's all.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, hold on. Time out. I need to jump on this.
Yeah.
Did you say RPE 5 should be relatively difficult? I just want to make sure I heard that correctly.
Sorry, of moderate difficulty. Like
So
a 5 out of 10, right?
Yeah, RPE 5 is not a 5 out of 10. It means you have 5 reps left in the tank, which is usually feeling like easy weight. You pretty much, at RPE 5, I don't know if you've learned this yet, but at RPE 5, if you're using bar speed tracking, you're not really going to have bar slowdown.
So there's
you're going to have almost no slowdown there.
There would have been
and
a great example of being passive aggressive, right?
The issue with using RPE with new lifters isn't that they don't understand what RPE means. They know that it means they're only supposed to have 1 or 2 reps left in the tank if it's RPE 8 or 9. The issue is a new lifter can't properly judge when they're mid-set how to tell what RPE they're accurately at. That's why you give them a set number of sets or AMRAPs. So they keep hitting it out, and eventually they learn what a proper RPE is to judge it. Giving them an RPE at the beginning is just saying, go do whatever you want, dude, I don't know. But if you give them a set number of reps, they can they learn RPE over time, they get just as much value, but they have another metric to track progression more effectively. If you're just giving them RPE, you're throwing them to the wolves. They learn RPE just as well if they're on an AMRAP program.
I don't know what AMRAP means.
Please tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, basically because you're begging the question, right? You're throwing in a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like you keep doing these.
Wait, no, okay. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I said that's begging the question. What am I loading?
Can I just go on with what I was saying?
Sure.
Okay. So you keep baking this stuff in, right? Like you're just throwing them to the wolves here, right? And it's like, how
as many reps as possible.
I didn't just bake that, and I explained why. Okay. I very explicitly explained why. Do you need me to do that again?
So putting him at a low RPE so that he doesn't train too hard in specifically the first 2 weeks, the first 6 training days, you believe that would qualify as throwing a new trainee to the wolves?
Yes. You're giving him a system he doesn't understand, that will not progress him, that's out of his depth, to try to just fucking figure it out, dude. When you could give him a system where he would learn the same skills of RPE and have more understanding and more structure to his program.
Okay, so
if you didn't
one of the things that you were trying to describe, so you're saying that AMRAP would be more structure. So setting no difficulty scheme, saying do as many as you can until you can't do anymore. Can I please speak, right?
Well, no, you wanted to attack that, so let me explain why that makes sense.
So this is point one.
I'm not allowed to be passive aggressive, neither are you. Let me explain why. Yes, you disagree with AMRAP. Let me explain why I agree with AMRAP.
I didn't say that AMRAP is bad. What your
No, you did. You said you think AMRAP is a good option. That's
the first 4 weeks are important because if they don't see any results, they will quit. So this program would barely see any results. Yeah, maybe. This is like I might be like a loser. I understand. I am a loser. To be clear, okay, I am a disciple of Ripto, which is the biggest group of losers on the fucking internet. Okay, I don't know why you wouldn't just give somebody a few barbell lifts and have them work through it. When you can bench more, when you can squat more, when you can deadlift more, you feel better. They're big lifts. It feels good to put weight on a barbell and increase the weight over time. It's super. There's a reason why it gets a lot of shit, but there's a reason why everybody recommends like 3x5 or 5x5 starting out. Get a barbell, put more weight on it every day, and you feel better. You're like, hey, last week I benched 95. This week I benched 105. Feels good. That's why these like very simple programs are recommended, because seeing that progression for a new lifter is very, 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 very important. Destiny, missing out on beginner gains. Why not take advantage of it? Wait, what? Oh shit, hold on. You're a lifter flare. Wait, hold on. Okay, one of us is very retarded, or I'm misunderstanding you, okay? One of us is beginner gains is not a time window of lifting. It's not like you have beginner gains for 2 months and then they're gone. Beginner gains, my understanding is there's a certain level of muscle adaptation that is very, very, very easy up to a certain point of musculature. So like you can get to a bench of like maybe 155 as like an average male, pretty easy, probably higher, without much advanced difficulty in training. Maybe 175, maybe 180, but you can get there very easy. Those are your beginner gains. Beginner gains is not like a set amount of time you've got to lift, and then if you miss it out, oh, I missed my beginner gains window, I'm right? Then I mean, like, you should take advantage of beginner gains, and that, like, taking advantage, when I think of taking advantage of beginner gains, in my mind, I think of like, you go to the gym, you lift, you eat basically, you get sleep, and you don't have to do complicated shit as a beginner, because you don't. Your body's, especially as a man, you just do whatever the you want, and your body will grow, because you're a male, you got muscles, they're meant to be built.
Passive aggressive. That is a textbut passive aggressive. Stop trying to
I think arguing someone about passive aggressive or not.
I think AMRAP is good. I usually program for a beginner. If this was a little bit more orthodox of a routine, like for a lifter who just wanted to get bigger and get good at go gym, right? I would probably have programmed 12 to 15 AMRAP to form failure or something like that, right? Really common run-of-the-mill shit, right? But I didn't want to do that with Darius specifically.
Well, I wouldn't be suggesting AMRAP to form failure every time. Are you? Oh, okay. So what I'm specifically suggesting for a new lifter,
as possible,
as many reps as possible, yes. But what you generally do for new beginner programs in this type of situation is you'll give them a set number of reps with their weight when starting out. So you'll have, say, 3 sets of 12 reps, and they'll do those, and those will be pretty easy. And their final set will be an AMRAP. And if they can get over those 12 reps, then they can progress. You're giving them a set way to progress week to week, so they're able to build on that and do it. So they go like 12
Can I
to
ask
15.
one question really quickly?
This also, let me finish explaining why AMRAP's good, and then I'll happily answer any questions.
I'm not disagreeing that AMRAP is good.
Hold on. Can I just clarify something? Can I just clarify something? I just want to make sure we agree. Do we both think AMRAP is good?
Yeah, for certain training modalities, yeah, for sure.
The funniest thing about this is Darius wants a twink/otter mode body. He doesn't even want to get big from this. Okay, just as a real quick thing, okay, so this will be an area where I'll say I am right, and if you disagree, suck my dick. I don't care if you got a lifting flare or not. There's no such thing as toning. There's no such thing as like building a certain body with a certain lift. All of that is bullshit, okay? There are 4 things that your body can do. You can either gain muscle, you can lose muscle, you can gain fat, or you can lose fat. That's it. There is no like building for toning or whatever. If you want a twink mode body, then it sounds like what you want is you want to get lean. So you want to lose weight, meaning you need to cut fat, and then you probably want some amount of musculature, so you're not like skinny fat. So that you're not skinny, but still like largely like body composition is fat, right? That's probably what that means. If he wants like a twink mode body, he probably wants to put on like a little bit of muscle so that he can look like a little anime boy, but he probably wants to be very lean so that he's like pretty small. That'd be my guess, right?
Certain purposes.
Do you as well?
Yeah,
can I call you Jacob?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. AMRAP's good for a new beginner, especially for metering progression.
Okay, so we both agree there. What's the actual disagreement?
What about heavy lifters that look fat, not toned? They are fat. Power lifters are fat, okay? But they're fat and strong, right? They're fat, but they got a fuck ton of muscle into that fat. But they're still fat. They're not lean, right?
My disagreement is with using RPE without a set weight progression system on a new beginner program, which will often lead them spinning their wheels without having good progression.
Also, sorry, hold on, real quick. When I'm describing any of these different body types, none of these are right and none of these are wrong. These are just preferences, okay? If you want to go into the gym and you want to do a PP split where you never touch legs because you just want to get the broadest, biggest chest and lats and arms possible, then fucking go for it. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Lift for whatever you want to lift for. If you want a twink body, if you want to be hyper lean and you just want to be a little anime boy, then go for it. If you want to be a bodybuilder and you want to work all day on your traps and you want to do 15 different shrugs, then go for it. Whatever you want to do is fine, but just be aware of like what you're doing and what's going on. That's it, okay? You can do whatever the you want to do, okay? What do you mean by PP? Some people call a split a PPL split. It stands for pushing, pulling, and legs, okay? If you just want to do push-pull all day, knock yourself out. Just be aware of like what all your shit does. Yeah, just be aware of what you're doing, okay?
Progression over time in a period where where every new lifter will be seeing massive weight put on week to week and be getting a lot of long-term momentum in terms of how they feel about themselves and long-term goals.
Okay, Nick, what is your response to that? Let's have just the 2 opposing sides clarified. Especially since nobody in chat knows what any of these hyphens stand for.
AMRAP means as many reps as possible. It's really common to program AMRAP for beginners, but you'll then tell the beginner something like stay within the range of X and X number of repetitions. So during a initial training period where you're getting accustomed to the gym, you're going to shoot for 12 and 15 reps or something like that of any given exercise. But if you go, with the knowledge that if you go over 15, or if it was really easy to go over 15, then you're probably doing too little weight. And if you're way under 12, then you're using too much weight, right? So it's like,
well, no, you'd never ever have a beginner with a, oh, that's too much or that's too little weight. You'd have a very strict thing of, hey, you went 2 reps over your 12 set goal or 12 rep goal of an AMRAP, so you're going to add 5 pounds for your next session. Or you hit 15 instead of 12, you went 3 reps over, we're actually going to add 7.5 pounds for this. You have it very metered out, so their progress isn't just spinning their fucking wheels.
Okay, you keep just saying these stupid catchphrases, like throwing through the
Dude, you
wolves.
just got asked the question, and then you just started randomly talking about AMRAP
Okay,
sets when you
what
were asked
was-
about RPE. The question was about RPE from your own
So
life, and you
she
couldn't answer
asked-
it.
Wait, what?
What? She asked what we were talking about. I told them what
I think
AMRAP
Erudite just
was, and
asked
then
what the
I
conversation
explaining
was
some
about.
of the general understanding of what we were
No,
talking
you
about.
just started randomly talking about AMRAPs, my man.
Wait, was he randomly
Kyla,
talking about it? I
did
thought
seem
that was
like
the
I just
conversation
randomly
topic.
talking about AMRAPs, or did it seem like? Never mind. I won't even bake anything in.
She has both. Okay.
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah,
I
she's not
I
even
just
listening.
asked. Did it seem like I was just randomly talking
What's
about
up, Carla?
AMRAPs?
What did you
or-
ask Nick right before this right at the start of this?
What was his position about in response to what you said?
Right, and I spoke on RPE, if I believe correctly, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Nick responded talking about AMRAPs.
Yeah. So, Kyla, do you remember you said the thing about how nobody knows what you guys are talking about
Yes.
in the chat?
Yes.
So, do you think
I asked you
based-
to tell us what AMRAP and RPE was.
Oh, is that what you asked? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it wasn't like just crazy that I was talking about AMRAP then?
No.
Okay.
I'm assuming so. It's, I'm
okay.
gonna be clear. It's a
Well,
little
that's
bit
what
hard to
Jacob
track
is
the
saying,
debate.
right? He's
because
Okay,
it's
saying
well,
I was
we've
just, like,
investigated
he was
ourselves, and
saying
we
I was,
found no guilt.
schizophrenically
Good job, boys.
rambling. Okay.
Jacob is so mad.
Okay, so that's
dude.
what
kind of the
AMRAP
issue,
is.
Jacob, is to like keep claiming guilt, and then there's like no guilt, and it's like, oh, he's championing eugenics, and then that wasn't happening. And, oh, and he's,
I haven't said eugenics.
You're right. Rage Pope said that. Which, if you
Yeah,
want to
you
just
just
disavow,
cry-bullied about
if you want to
death threats.
disavow everything that Rage Pope said, that's fine.
I mean, it's
I'm
funny,
not
right? 'Cause it's
tribulling
like
about death threats. I'm just saying that you were the fragile one, and it's really funny to call someone else fragile and then go talk about fighting someone to the death behind a keyboard.
you're
Damn.
okay. That's why you're fragile, right? Because you're saying I'm threatening people with death, right? That's the cry bully. That's the
Okay.
being a victim, right? Like you're trying to say, oh man, I can't
Okay,
believe he would say
dude, let's
this
just
to
go
me.
back to the program. I don't care.
All right, yeah,
It's
man.
all
We'll,
goofy.
listen, we can take the conversation wherever you
Please-
want. I'll jump
okay,
around
no,
to
I'm
what
I'm
anything
still
you
waiting for your
desire.
answer about the RPE. Please answer my RPE criticism
Okay, I
about.
literally answered at the beginning, but I'll answer it again.
No, you just talked about AMRAPs. All you did last time was talk about AMRAPs while I was waiting for
I
you to
said
answer
at
my
the beginning
about
of the
RPE.
conversation.
No, it
right,
wasn't.
if you-
I hadn't said anything at the beginning of the conversation. I hadn't given my proper criticism of RPE. I did 5 minutes ago to your wife, and then she asked you a question, and you pontificated about AMRAPs.
Yeah, because she
Please,
asked about AMRAP
answer
and
again.
RPE. Okay, I need
Jacob,
you
you're
to be
so
less bad
aggressive.
faith if
You're
we're gonna have
so
this
aggressive.
conversation.
Holy
I have
shit.
answered all your questions directly. You have not. I'm being perfectly good faith. Please
Okay.
answer my question now.
Okay, what's your direct question?
Well, he's asking
direct
what
question-
RPE is about beginners and using RPE for beginners.
So
Yeah,
is
As I
Nick
already
is being
said,
pretty
I will
aggressive
say
too.
it again,
Yeah.
Okay, I will say it again. I don't
I feel like it's
necessary for
mostly
a
coming from
beginner,
Jacob, though.
Okay, to be able to super accurately figure out their RPE, especially
Okay,
in
I don't
RPE
care about
5.
that. That wasn't my question. Can I ask my question again so we don't loop?
Sure.
How do you expect a beginner to properly progress in weights and know how much weight to add session to session if they don't understand RPE and you're just giving them reps and RPE numbers? Usually very strange RPE numbers that aren't used in normal training.
What are the strange RPE numbers?
I have never seen a real program, like
With
a serious
RPE5,
program with
it's kinda
RPE5
weird.
written into it at any point.
Please stop pontificating. Okay, as I explained, the RPE
Wait, what?
5.
Hold on. No. You're
Okay,
going
now
to
Nick
talk
was
to me about
aggressive
being
for no
bad
reason.
faith, and then you ask me
Okay.
a direct question. I answer you
What does bad faith
directly
mean?
in a short term, and
What
you
does
say,
bad faith mean? What does bad faith mean?
Bad faith means you're not engaging in an honest manner, which you are not.
Holy
So-
shit.
Me asking a question
They're so
and
everyone is so mad.
responding to your question.
No,
Over
you
and
doing
over.
your little soy voice randomly is the bad faith part there, not you avoiding my questions. Please, though, continue answering my question.
I've already answered your question about RPE 5. I don't think it is necessary for the
Okay, I
beginner
don't.
training.
Yeah, defend your RPE 5. That's fine. We'll drop RPE 5. It's goofy, but like whatever. It's not a
What
big
the?
deal.
I'm
How
literally
does-
answering the question.
No, my core question is: how do you expect a beginner to progress and know how to meter their progression in your program? How is a beginner supposed to know how to progress their weight and difficulty in your program?
Because it has a description of how RPE works. He's training with a buddy who is a more advanced lifter. When I gave Darius the program, I gave him a bunch of additional instructions. There's a compass at the bottom that explains how you would initially start to understand how to use RPE, because obviously no lifter knows how to quantify RPE, but you're only going to be able to develop an understanding of RPE by using RPE. And a really common way for trainers in the industry, I don't know if you are one, but you would know this if you were, is by explaining RPE through RIR. As an example, saying that 3 reps left in the tank at an RPE.
My guess, and this is, now I'm in total bullshit land, okay? Now I'm in total bullshit land. I'm making all this up. I'm not a trainer, okay? I've talked to a couple. My guess is going to be that trainers probably never use RPE. In fact, the average trainer in the United States probably doesn't even know what RPE is, because they're just random dudes that look decently good at Planet Fitness that are called fucking trainers. So that's going to be my guess. Is I doubt a random. I feel like if I were to poll trainers in the United States, less than half would even know what RPE means. But I could be wrong. That's just my feeling. I could be wrong on that. But
RPE of 7 is approximately where you want to be at, right? The RPE 5 is not meant to be super specific. It's meant to be like, it's like a 5 out of 10, like blah, 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 whatever. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy. It's like right in the middle or whatever. That's the purpose of it, because I don't want him to overlift, right? And get super sore.
Good.
I want him to take it pretty easy and adapt to the gym initially.
Awesome. Okay, can I talk now? You kind of ran that. Can I run for a bit?
I'm really not interested in this mean girl shit.
Okay. So RPE, I'm just going to talk about the gym. RPE, you're right. RPE does need to get learned. As I said before, it'll get learned whether you're doing an RPE system or not. As my question was before, it's how will a new lifter, know how to progress at a difficulty session to session that is appropriate for them? It is not, as a new lifter, you will not be able to say, I need to be doing RPE 7, so I should know intrinsically that I have to add 12.5 pounds this session to increase properly. No new lifter is going to do that. If you give an intermediate or advanced lifter a program where it just has RPE and reps written in without a progression system, they're going to not know how the fuck to do it most of the time. For a beginner lifter who doesn't know that, not having them given set weight progressions when they have a perceived difficulty level is wild. That's actually one of the wildest things I've ever seen. And if you can't tell as a beginner how much weight to add session to session, you're going to just spin your fucking wheels. You're just going to waste time in the gym, because you're going to be either going too heavy and burning out, you're going to be overshooting what you should be doing, or you're going to be massively undershooting doing really easy shit. What I really am saying is you should have a much better way for these lifters who are new and you're right, they should learn RPE, but they don't know yet. And they do not have enough information currently from their understanding of the gym to be able to properly progress in weight and progressive overload if all you give them is RPE numbers and a rep range session to session.
Okay, so like as I said before, that's why it initially starts with an RPE of 5, so that you get some acclimation to what you can lift, how easy it is, doing specifically the exercises that will be maintained through the rest of the program. That's going to give somebody a little bit of adaptation. It's not going to work them super hard. They're going to get an idea of what they lift, and then they're going to start playing around with RPE, right, to figure out exactly how all of the weight feels, and to start sussing out how to use RPE as a means by which to progress your training.
So you understand what you didn't really answer my point, right? You said at the beginning, I'm going to have a weight so trivially easy that they'll be able to progress to a certain point really easily. And then at that point, they're just going to somehow know what the fuck to do. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't answer the issue I have. All you've done is kick the can down the road.
This is how everybody learns to use RPE, right? You mess around with it, you suss it out, you say, okay, I think I had this many left at the tank. It's not going to be a 100% science. It's something that you're going to figure out over time. This is how, in real life, people learn to... I
think to further the conversation, he's kind of doing it, but Jacob should just say, listen, you should have done this instead. I guess he's kind of doing it, but not really. They're like looping really hard on this point.
figure out load, right? It's like it's how.
Yeah, you're
people
right. So I agree. They will figure out RPE, but figuring out RPE and figuring out how to progress, knowing what the RPE that they're experiencing is, are not the same thing. Figuring out how to do weight progression and
Yeah, kind of. And you just keep instead of repeating this point over and over and over again. I don't know why he keeps repeating this point over and over again.
This is how many reps I did. I wonder how much I should add to the bar next session. Nobody fucking knows that as a new lifter. Even if you understand RPE and you can say, "Oh, I had 2 reps left in the tank last time,"
you neglecting
don't know
the
how to do
fact
that.
that he's mentioned that he's bringing a friend, that he gave him multiple. Do you know the tips that he even gave Darius about how to like figure this out? Do you know what tips Nick gave him?
I'm sorry. When you send someone a program, it's supposed to be complete. Am I supposed to read between the lines? When Darius
okay, this is kind of a silly point too.
Let me finish. When Darius asked us if this is a good program, we critiqued like this, and Nick came in and he didn't give any of this context. If Nick had been giving this context to Darius, he would have shared it with us then.
So
that might
not
be true.
necessarily.
Yes, because that would have disputed our criticism, and we all would have backed off.
Really? So now that Nick's clarified that this is actually what happened, are you good?
Nick hasn't clarified how he tells Darius to progress, other than have some other dude figure it out to you. I don't fucking know.
That's not
That's
what
all
Nick
I've
said.
heard.
Nick said that he's got a legend at the bottom of his program. So I'm
No,
noticing
wait. A compass that points to what an RPE means is not a legend on how to progress. You understand that, right? It's an idiot move where you say, "Oh, RPE 7's pretty hard. RPE 9's really, really hard, and RPE 5 is spinning my fucking wheels."
Can I just check?
Condescending
Can I just check?
and
Hold on.
passive-aggressive is
Can I just check
actually
with you? So when we
Wait,
first
yes,
came
I'm
in-
being
hold on,
condescending
hold
because
on,
you're not
hold
understanding
on,
the point.
Hold on. That's not a good reason to be condescending. It's fine. When you came in, I asked you if you disavowed everything that Rage Pope said. Is that true that you basically think that like the accusations Rage Pope made against Nick were silly and like not
What the
accusations-
Mel?
I don't know all the accusations Rage Pope made. I wasn't paying enough attention. I think the F slur thing and the what was the other thing? The nudity thing were kind of goofy.
eugenics. Like, did you think that it was a good idea to
What
bring
are you gonna do if someone knocks on the door to see you?
True. That conversation was fucking wild. My community's tearing itself apart right now between Nick and Erudite and my gym lifters arguing with each other, though.
Oh, what's happening?
They're arguing about a program that he made for Darius. You know, people are really worried that when Ukraine and Russia are fighting against each other, that it might escalate to nuclear war. With people that argue about gym stuff, it's always nuclear war, no matter what they disagree with. It could be over like what lift is the best thing for your rear delts, and then people will like find each other and murder each other in real life over like it. But,
yeah.
Good job.
You hungry?
Yeah.
We're gonna go get some food.
What are you bringing back for me?
I don't know. What do you want? Do you want like? What do you want?
Where are you going?
Maybe like sushi tacos.
How about non-sushi tacos?
You know what tacos?
Yeah, but not sushi tacos.
Ja? Vad vill du ha för mat?
Hablef huff. Duff nuff.
Vill du ha sushi eller vill du ha tacos?
Villa tacos. That's what you sound like. Okay.
Vilken tacos? Kommer du ihåg vad vi beställde förut? Ja, någonting. Ja, men du kanske ska säga vart vi ska någonstans.
Hur många på det finns? Finns ju massa.
Nej.
Okay, I'm working. Trying to work here. Okay? Love you.
Svensk.
Be careful.
Good luck.
Yep, nu.
Eugenics or anything?
I think that shit's goofy, but
Okay,
it's
so you're lying. There's a post from you from 2 days ago at 3:30 where you said if you want to do a serious critique, you could bring up that he's positioning himself to be a positive role model, but then when disagreed with, he threatens to kill people, champions eugenics, and then tries to do physique check. And
What?
once you find out he's smaller than the person he tried to check, he starts comparing sizes. Literally a sensitive middle schooler. You are lying constantly. Rage Pope is
okay.
lying.
Wait, no. Let me. Can I explain that?
No, I'm not
Can I
done, mother. I've been quiet for like 30 minutes
Go
straight.
for it.
You came in here and you've been lying from the very beginning about Nick. Just to be clear, you're kind of starting to Sunday Nick. This is his f***ing livelihood.
Oh,
you
no.
lied about the bands. You lied about what was going on in our Discord. You lied about what you told Rage Pope to say. You lied about the eugenics. You clearly thought it was a good idea to bring up the eugenics. You're lying about everything because you're piss mad over a f***ing Discord fight in a fitness section. It's f***ing pathetic. It's actually pathetic. Enough. Stop lying. I'll just find more receipts if you keep doing it.
Oof.
You do have that receipt, but you don't understand what that receipt's He's saying if you're trying to be a positive role model for men, you shouldn't be a sensitive little piss baby about this stuff.
It doesn't change.
He wants that.
You still lied. You lied to me just
Still
now.
lying.
You said eugenics wasn't something you thought that was a little bit cringe. Your message said to be a positive role model, he shouldn't be doing things like championing eugenics. Your words, your message. That was your idea, and now you're lying and saying that you thought Rage Pope was cringe
Still
when he
lying.
brought it up. It was your idea, and I also don't know how Rage Pope isn't calling you out on this shit because you're lying about what you said to Rage Pope.
Paying to talk about it, and as I said before, I think it's cringe. I think it's cringe to be doing that stuff when you try to position yourself as a male role model. That is my criticism. Not that those things are intrinsically a big deal, but that there's a massive contradiction.
Listen, man.
Pitch, please.
You're
Come
just a liar.
Just
get off
a
the internet.
liar.
Like,
get off the
you're a
internet.
clown. You shouldn't be here.
Clown.
I don't know.
Where's the Vine
who
booms?
on earth made you think it was okay to just like
lie?
I had no idea you were just bald-faced lying this hard, right? Maybe just be a better person. Stop being
a liar.
All right. Well, it's gone. Oh, also make sure all of you fitness bros that are all clued in together, make sure you guys short my stocks really aggressively again, because that's going to be the best way to prove that you're not fragile and that you're not a fucking beta loser. By shorting a guy's wife's stocks on a fake economy because you're mad at him. But you should definitely not do that, because that would be hella cringe, wouldn't it? God fucking damn it. All right, have fun on League.
Jesus Christ. I had no idea it was this pathetic, bro.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
shit, that's insane.
It's actually worse than Sneeko's Discord, and I thought
Oh
I
my
met the
goodness.
bottom of the barrel of fragileness when we went to f***ing Discord Sneeko. God, that was so cringe. I cannot believe they're still f***ing lying.
Still
I'm glad I watched
lying.
that trap. Thanks for the receipts.
Yeah.
Thanks for the individual that sent me receipts. F***ing based. All right, have a good night. Love you. I'll see you in like 2
All right,
minutes.
love you too. Bye. And for the rest of the fucking fitness bozos still here, damn, bro. VTF out again. You guys are the laughing stock of DGG round 2.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
All right. God damn it. If I had known my last 2 hours were going to be this cringe. No, it was fun. It was fun, actually. It was fun. I kind of enjoyed it. Holy. I would never get a son's dead dog erased from a communist
God
report.
damn.
Oh. All right. Well, damn. Hopefully there's no round 3. Erudite, you bring this energy to you can't really complain. I did it. I literally was like, oh my God, that was so cringe. And I was like, no, it was kind of fun.
Okay. Round 3 time. Well, who wants to come in and defend themselves now? Now that King Destiny is in session. We have
It's
Nick.
round 3, baby.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Wow, the fight heard round the world. How you two doing?
I'm good, sorry. My audio.
So can I just correct something on the record first really quick?
The record is all yours to be corrected.
Perfect. So Rage Pope asked, because he was wanting to farm drama, if he should go on. That message that Erudite read is correct. It's all real. But what she left out was right before that, I told Rage Pope not to go on and that it would be cringe and no one cares. I said, what would Jacob talk about was something I was asked. I said, literally nothing. If Rage Pope drama baits and shit talks Nick, there might be something worth doing, but this is nothing.
Wow, okay. I don't know.
There's literally, I don't care about any of that. I don't give a fuck about any of this. The only thing I criticize Nick for in this type of soy virtue signal stuff is not death threats or anything like that. It's him pretending to be some positive male role model YouTuber, like a positive non-toxic Andrew Tate, to then be crying about keyboard words. It's goofy.
I drive the right mic on now?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, heard. So you weren't virtue signaling because you care. You were just virtue signaling because. Is that what I'm meant to understand?
Do you understand the difference between someone being inconsistent and thinking it's kind of goofy for them to be hypocritical, and
so when you
be
say,
upset about the specific words they said and be morally outraged about specific words?
So when
do you think there's a difference between those?
So when you say,
I'm going to ask again. Do you think there's a difference between those two things?
So when you say,
I'm going to ask one more time. Do you think there's a difference between those two things?
Wait. Okay. Hold on. Let Nick talk for 2 seconds. See if he's answering your question.
Okay.
So when you say he's trying to position himself as a positive male role model, and then he tells people to kill themselves online, it's like you are making a moral condemnation. It's not just a consistency check, right? Because the consistency that you're checking is the quality of me as a person, right? You're saying that I am not capable of declaring myself a positive male role model, in this case because I say mean things online to you, right? And then you come on stream and you whine about it, and that kind of seems like you're being a crybaby.
Well, yeah, it's because you're throwing fragile out when you're the one being fragile.
I don't know how I'm being fragile. Like, you guys shit on me for hours, and I was totally cool with it. You guys banned me, and I was cool with it. I didn't try to appeal the ban. I took my licks. I came back in 2 days.
I wasn't shitting on you. Other people were.
You were shitting
and then
on
you
me
cried on your wife's stream about me. I said your program's shit. You guys were throwing other weird insults like people being short and dick size and stuff. I wasn't involved in any of that. I said your program's bad. You're right. I think that's okay. And then when I said your program's bad, you ran away to go cry on your wife's stream. One of those is fragile, and one of them is a criticism.
Okay, so let's shift frame here just a little bit. Did I go to cry on my wife's stream to run away from you? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying you're fragile for going to do that. I don't think you ran away from me. You got banned because you were being fragile.
Well, you said ran away. You literally said I ran to my wife's stream, right? So
I didn't say you ran away. I said you ran to your wife's stream. You got banned and you instantly ran to your wife's stream. Running and running away are different things.
What did you say immediately before that, right? You said that you disagreed with me about my program, and then I ran away to ran to my wife's stream, right? Like I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt here to say, okay, you're not intending to say I'm running away. You're just like really inadept at conversation, and you don't understand how threading two like clauses together makes it seem like they're connected.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm threading the clauses together that you did. You called me fragile and did those, and then you did the threats or the stupid shit.
Oh, the threats. Yeah, I did the threats. Yeah. This is the thing, man. What do you mean threats? There was literally.
Wait. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna establish on the record. Okay. What are these threats? What are we talking about?
He said I said on stream that if we lived in a better time when duels were a thing, I would challenge him, Jacob, and Ironsides to a duel, and I would end their lives in Minecraft. That's the threat. It was a joke. I was memeing on stream because I got banned. That's what it was.
Okay. Do you feel like your life is in danger right now?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think I ever gave that impression. If I did, that's my bad.
Okay.
It gives that impression when you keep repeatedly going, he's threatening people's lives. He ran away and threatened people's lives on stream.
I'm gonna ask someone else. Destiny, did you get the impression when I was talking just now that I was actually concerned for my life?
Okay, here's the thing that I'm feeling, and my feelings are just my feelings, okay? But when you guys are coming in saying, like, he's saying slurs, he's posting half-naked dicks, he's making threats, this is, like, getting to be a pretty serious rap sheet. That's a lot of serious shit. But then when I find out the slurs are, like, new and the threats are, like, I would duel you, and the half-naked pictures are just, like, physique checks, then it's like, okay, well, this feels significantly stupider than I thought it was, so. But that's just me.
Listen, to be clear, I didn't even say new okay? I said new fill in the blank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that feels kind of silly to me. But that's just my impression.
Yeah, that's all fair.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think I've felt threatened. I just think he's a man baby for getting this upset and running to his wife's stream to cry about it. I don't care about any of the other stuff. I just think it's kind of...
Okay, so the only issue you have is that he was on Erudite's stream talking about an argument that you guys had in Discord.
Yeah, I just think he's a fragile guy who's projecting out fragility as an attack. And he's also just gives a bunch of bad gym takes.
What was the... Yeah, none of which you can substantiate, right? But anyway,
You understand that you still haven't answered my initial question, right?
I literally have like 10 times. I answered it in the original...
Actually, let's end this entire stuff. Let's just answer this question.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so...
Destiny, you're moderating, right?
Yeah, I'm just... Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
You've got a brand new lifter. and you give them an RPE and a rep range, and they're supposed to try to figure out how to progress in weight and difficulty session to session. How do you expect them to do that?
Are they alone in the gym?
Oh, okay. So as a personal trainer, you're expecting their random friend to do your job for you, is what you're telling me.
Well, so okay. How is this a question?
Okay, yeah. Let's say they're alone, or let's say they're not alone. What do you do if they're not alone?
Okay, who are they training with? Who are they not alone with? Are they with an intermediate to advanced lifter that knows a little bit about?
With another lifter. Yeah, they're just with another lifter.
Okay, so I'm making them a program, and they're asking me how they should progress. Okay, I would maybe put them on like a double progressive protocol, right? So you're
you're defending this program. I want you to defend this one that you have been defending and saying is good. There's lots of programs that you could bring up.
Well, double progressive protocol isn't a program. It just means that you progress reps before weight, and then because that's the double progressive part.
But that's not the program you have. I'm asking to defend Darius' program. Is that difficult and unfair?
I've already defended the program. So, like, what
you
part of it do you want me to defend?
Okay,
you're asking me how to progress. Okay, it's got RPE. That's a method of progression. Like,
and you want. Okay, good laugh. But you understand that giving a new lifter, say, lift at RPE 8 for 6 months, repeat ad infinity, is like the stupidest program ever, right? Like, you can't just say RPE is progression, especially for a new lifter.
Wait, but me and Darius and Irrelevant are like concurrently talking about the program. Like we're in DMs, and if Darius has any questions, he can ask. And Irrelevant and Darius have already both asked me further questions, right? Like, I wasn't gonna build out a whole course for Darius, right? I made this program for free, and I've explained and justified everything about it that you've had a problem with, like the RPE 5, how it's not meant to be a super accurate representation of load. It's literally just like moderate difficulty, it's not too bad, whatever, for 6 training days, right? And then after the 6 training days, we bump RPE generally between the 6 and 9 range, and then the next spread, it goes up again, right, until generally the 7 and 9 range, which is what you'd see on a standard routine.
Yeah, okay. So I want to make it very clear at the start. You said, I'm just giving him a random number so he can kind of just do whatever.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to be... Wait. Hold on, the moderator. Yeah. I'm trying to understand so we're not saying other things that people didn't say, okay? Now, I didn't hear Nick say that I'm going to give him a random number to do whatever. Sounds like he specifically gave him a very low number so that he doesn't overexert himself. That's what I heard, but I could be wrong.
What I heard was him just say RPE 5, which he's not going to know, but it's just kind of do something.
Okay. That's
I also just want to make sure. Okay, we're all aware. I gave Darius this program like for free, right? You keep baking in this stuff where you go like, I can't believe people pay you for this. A proper routine should be complete, and I guess complete means like super detailed explanation. That would be more like a course or something like that. Like, just so we're all aware, it's like I drew this program up for Darius specifically because Irrelevant said to me, hey, so Darius has some kind of weird, like atypical fitness goals. He doesn't want to just go into the gym and get big. He wants a very specific physique. He wants this like e-boy sleeper build with some exaggerated muscles, basically, right? And so I was like, okay, let me think about that. I'll build something out. So like one of the other pieces of criticism I received is lack of compounds. And it's like, okay, well, Darius doesn't want to get big. Darius doesn't care about being strong particularly, except for being able to occasionally throw girls around in the bedroom. And so there's not much in the way of compounds. Like, he's not trying to bench press these bitches, right?
So you said Darius has been talking to you about stuff. Darius has been on this program for about a week or so?
Has it been a week? I'm not even sure. Let's see.
Darius was in fitness chat today trying to ask what RPE means. So how have you been helping him if he's not even understanding what's in your program?
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Irrelevant tells me what RPE. He does all the talking. I just do the listening.
In the Discord?
Yeah. I'm in a Discord. So I don't know what RPE means still. I legit thought you were typing ape on my thing, but like I didn't get what that meant. But Irrelevant's just been doing all the translating for me. So, yeah.
Okay, and so what I also have heard is you went from thinking you had a good program to saying it's free, so it's bad, and that's okay. Is that correct? Because I hadn't brought in price or anything at this point.
Are you talking to me? You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Nick. Darius, you're doing your best. If you're showing up at the gym, I think you're doing great, dude. Keep going.
I'm about to show you right now. I'm about to turn on cam.
Ooh, let's go. Physique check. Darius posting physique. Oh, never mind. He's just showing going to the gym. Good stuff, Darius. Rally's here too. Let's go.
Good shit.
Boys in the gym. Hell yeah. No, so it wasn't that it's a free routine, so it's shit. It's that like it's a free routine, so I wasn't gonna draft up like a like I don't know, like a summary sheet to explain like progression modalities outside of RPE. Like I'm trust Darius and Relly to understand how to do that broadly.
All right, hold on, listen up. Hold on 1 second, because my fucking people will sort the fuck out. Okay, listen, I'm gonna need cameras from you guys, okay?
Oh, okay.
I can't do a camera right now. I'm on my phone.
You cuck.
Okay.
Nick, you're looking as beautiful as always.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Oh, it's all over.
I shaved.
Okay.
Don't let these niggas press you, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. This is stupid drama. Nick said a lot of dumb shit about training and.
No. You know what's stupid? You know what's stupid? When an Indian lesbian looking motherfucker talk shit about you. Darius, you bitch ass nigga.
I'm in public right now for saying talk about your fetal alcohol syndrome. Look at that. Take off your fucking mask.
You pussy.
I'm gonna get kicked out of this planet Fitness for literally yelling at your ugly ass.
Okay, stop, Quantos, stop, Quantos, stop. You're gonna give in. Stop. Okay, chill. We have a serious lifting debate going on here. Okay, it's not time for you two to act like fucking apes, actual apes. Okay, so
apers.
Calm it the fuck down. Okay.
So yeah, like the point given was that Darius should be able to understand the program, and it's a good program. And Darius is in here saying, I don't know what this program is. I'm just doing whatever Irrelevant tells me to. Like, I think that's pretty good indictment that this is a pretty dog shit program if the person doing it doesn't know what the fuck they're doing at all.
I don't know, this is just kind of like a non-point. Darius thought RPE was ape. There's a legend at the bottom. He's a new lifter. Him and Relly are lifting together. I literally don't see the issue.
Okay.
Like, are you saying like I should have done? I needed to do an interview. I needed to do like an interview where we like sit down and talk out all of the variables, or like I don't know.
Wait, well, I don't. You said you're talking to him regularly about it, and I feel like him not understanding any of it means that you'd realize he doesn't literally understand it if you talk to him even once.
I mean, we're in I said we're in DMs. I didn't say we're having like weekly meetings or anything like that. I said we're in DMs. If he has any questions, he can ask me. Yeah, and Irrelevant has asked me a bunch of questions already, and we've conferred about the questions. And Darius has asked me some questions, and I've answered the questions. Like, this sounds like an indictment of Darius. If anything, you're saying Darius is a bum and won't read the program or something. Like, I don't know.
No, not at all. Darius isn't responsible for this. He's paying. He's not paying.
He's paying. He's paying. He's paying. You were about to say it. You started to say it, and then you caught yourself because you're a lying f***ing rat, bro. Like,
okay.
God, you're such a f***ing cringe lord.
Okay, good. Did you get that out of your system now? Okay, so I'm gonna say,
you literally said it, Jacob. You literally said he's paying you for this. Like,
yeah, you're right, and I said not. I took it back. Here, I'll get it out of your system. Say it 3 more times, and then we can move on.
No, like the point is to elucidate.
No, say it 3 more times. I want to hear it. You're gonna bring it up again, so say it 3 more times. You really want to. Go ahead.
You said paying. You said paying. You said paying. There you go. So the point is to elucidate.
No,
right?
oh no, it's my turn to talk. You interrupted me when I was.
The point is I only said that at your behest, right? So
okay, so DGG. If you ever get a personal trainer and you get them to write you a program, them pawning it off to have your friend figure this out for you, or don't even follow my program, just do what your friend says, is probably a bad thing. Nick, on the whole, gives a bunch of other insane gym takes. Yesterday, he said sumo deadlifts are a more dynamic lift than
I literally didn't say that. I literally didn't say that. I said that more lifters. I said that. No, you're lying, bro. I didn't say that sumo deadlift is more dynamic than conventional. I said that more people use a dynamic start from my experience in the sumo deadlift than in the conventional deadlift. Most people pull sumo and pull sumo and conventional from a static position, most people pull statically. But when people do pull dynamically off the floor, in my experience, most of them are sumo pullers, not conventional pullers. I'm willing to have all these conversations with you, Jacob, but I actually need you to stop lying.
Wait, can I have a quick? Can I ask a quick question?
I misinterpret that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Isn't dynamic deadlift kind of an oxymoron?
So.
Well, because deadlift,
no,
the reason why it's called
so
a deadlift is because the weight is supposed to start from nothing, no?
Oh, so a dynamic.
What's a dynamic
deadlift?
deadlift?
So it's not. There's no such thing as like a dynamic deadlift. There's a dynamic start or a static start for the deadlift. It's basically like, you've probably heard the cues: pull the slack and wedge in the deadlift, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's general advice for a static start, because most people should pull static. But some people like Kaylor Woolham, who's like an insane powerlifter guy, will pull dynamically, which is where you kind of set up your slack pull and your wedge together at once, and you kind of rip the bar off the ground.
Oh,
so everything he said there is true,
That's
but
all.
his understanding of how things generally bear out is wrong. Sumo deadlifters have never done dynamic pulls. I have yet to see one.
Kaylor
Whereas
Woolham.
it's pretty common. Kaylor Woolham? Okay. I believe Kaylor Woolham, isn't he a pretty common conventional puller as well?
He pulls conventional for his training, but he pulls sumo in meet.
Okay, but dynamic pulling is actually very, very common with a rolling start super heavyweight lifter or other conventional lifters. It's very, very, very uncommon with sumo pullers.
Okay, if you're saying so,
wait.
when you go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, what?
Go ahead. What I'm saying.
Okay, so you're talking like strong men who doing a like a rolling start that kind of squat the bar. Is this what you're talking about? Like
not the strongman. Powerlifters do it too. You can have a rolling bar in powerlifting.
The big fat powerlifters. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes, super heavyweights.
Okay, yeah, this is a totally different thing. Like they do a dynamic start, but in a very different way, right? Like they're leveraging their body weight against the load. Like whatever. This is fucking autistic. This we don't need to go down.
You're right. Okay, let's just agree that your program's kind of weird and you give a lot of bad gym takes.
Okay,
benching with long arms does not make you more likely to get injured, and that's going to be all for me.
Okay, wait, hold on. Here's a rule. Hold on, Jacob. If you want to bring up a bad gym take, we're all about debating bad gym takes here. That's what we do on this stream.
Okay,
but you
keep this rolling.
Wait. Yeah, but you need to because you keep bringing them in as these little jabs. If you want to argue about a take, then present a take, and then you guys can go back and forth on it. Don't just bring it in as little thing.
You dislike Nick, but you're trying to use the whole Darius's program as shit to get at Nick. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you're kind of right. Nick regularly comes on stream to spew some pretty bad gym takes.
Hey, how much do you weigh, Quiznos? Quiznos, how much do you weigh?
I weigh more than you, bitch. That's how much I weigh. Don't worry about me, okay?
You can answer a simple question. How much do
Keep
you weigh?
talking shit. Keep showing
Okay, chill. Don't hijack my conversations on stream. You two are not here to do your fucking sideshow shit. Okay.
Bro, I saw what he did yesterday on your shit, and you let this nigga slide. Are you clapping his cheeks? Is he the boy that you fuck on stream? Is he the orbiter that you clap, the nigga?
Yes.
I don't got no problem with it, but I'm just saying.
He is.
I think he's kind of worried for his position. Don't worry. I'm the top. You're the bottom. Destiny can have both, okay? Yeah, go on, Nick. You were saying something of substance.
I think I don't remember. I think Jacob was going on his dialogue tree again, where he brings up 17 different things that he hates about me. He admitted that this is kind of like a way that he can justify his hating me or whatever, and he hates me because I give shit fitness advice on stream and something. I can't remember what the other one was.
Well, I think you give bad advice, so I disagree with it. Is that bad?
Well, Krontos said it seems like you just hate the guy or whatever, and then you said, yeah, I do kind of just hate the guy, and I hate the guy because he gives bad advice on stream and something else. I was just paraphrasing.
Okay.
Get that word.
He's a very nice guy. He's a fake nice guy, trying to uplift the community, but at the same time, he tells people to kill themselves and use the F-slur, all that type of stuff. Alright, so he's basically calling you two-faced hypocrite.
The F-slur, wow.
Okay, yeah. Fair. Okay, so that's why Jacob hates me. Cool.
We got Down syndrome Pedro Pascal. Wait, he left the camera. By the way, that irrelevant nigga is sexy as fuck. I didn't know he was that good looking, but damn.
He's a
is
good
he
looking
Sudanese
boy.
or something? Bro, I saw him take off his shirt. I was like, whoa, hello. Hello. So what's going on?
Relly, are you growing the mustache back, or are you keeping it gone?
Wait, what did you ask?
I asked if you're gonna grow the mustache back or if you're keeping it gone.
Me? I'm growing it back immediately.
Back.
I need to take whatever fucking Rogaine that I need to. I hate not having it.
You look good with it without it too, but I like the mustache better. It's kind of
the mustache is preferable.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys? Does everybody in the cord here want to check my form? Because I fuck up my shoulder every time I bench. Like I fuck it.
Why are you benching in the fucking Smith machine then?
Because I don't. There's nothing else in a Planet Fitness.
Okay.
But this was prior to Planet Fitness anyway. When I went to a, I guess a conventional gym, an actual real gym, I was still fucking up my shoulder.
Okay, I might be a fucking retard, okay? And Nick and those guys can come up before they all do their weird shit, okay? But technically, a perfect bench press doesn't have the bar traveling in a 100% vertical line. Like, it's going to travel a little bit, I think, behind your head. Not all the way behind, but it travels a little bit as it moves.
It'll travel from the sternum up more towards the eyes.
The Smith machine is angled as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you're at heavyweight,
it's not as much. I don't think it's as much as what would be needed, but it is slightly angled.
At that point, though, it feels like you should probably just do dumbbells, no? Why risk, especially if you're having shoulder pain right now? But that's just my thing. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it both ways. Like, I don't think that pressing on a Smith should make your shoulder hurt more necessarily. Are you establishing your arch like we talked about in? I'm
gonna keep it a 50. No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. I like just. It's so uncomfortable to do.
To establish the arch.
Yeah, it's really, really uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Why is it uncomfortable? Is like your upper back just feel too tight to get the extension, or what's the trouble?
Also, like I don't really know how to. Here, hold the phone.
Okay, well I'm gonna dip out. Good chat, boys.
Be careful, babe. We love you.
Wait, hold on. Why are you leaving? I thought.
Oh shit, he left. Nick, you have so many haters. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why, man. I don't know. It's so crazy. It's like. Literally nothing I say is super crazy. Like the craziest thing is genuinely Darius's routine. It's a weird routine. It's a weird routine because Darius has like atypical fitness goals. So I'm not gonna program him some starting strength shit. He doesn't want it, right? And then people go, wait a second, he's a beginner and he's not on starting strength. What the fuck is this? And it's like, bro, you just don't understand. You just don't understand.
I don't even know how to.
Yeah, it's been muted, bro.
Oh, okay. I don't even know how to establish the art. Like
amazing content.
So we talked about it a bit in San Francisco or whatever, right? So basically, all you're wanting to do is you want to get your feet nice and packed into the floor. You want to have a lot of drive into the ground, and you want to push your feet out and away from the rest of your body, and you want to try to bring your chest up and out. It's called thoracic extension. Imagine bringing your rib cage up towards the bar. Getting more, so you're going to get more of this orientation where your chest is facing upwards, which gives kind of just more room in your shoulder joint and allows you to press kind of downwards relative to your torso rather than straight up or upwards.
My ass comes up off the bench. Is that normal?
So you want to try and keep your ass down. Try bringing your feet farther back. You might not have. Okay, try there, and now push away. Push your feet away from you rather than down to the ground. Is your ass staying flush with the bench?
It's pulled up off the bench.
Your ass is coming up off the bench?
It's like moving up on the body.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you super well. Try to hold yourself in position using the bar while pressing your torso away with your feet.
Wait, real quick, how much weight is on this bar?
It looked like a plate 25 or something.
Is this 185?
Plate 5.
Oh, is this 155? Wait, holy shit, you've got another. How much weight is on this bar?
It's only.
Oh, the Smith machine is the bar weighs less, doesn't it?
The Smith machine, it's like 6 to 12 pounds or something. I imagine this bar is.
There's no way it's 12. It's probably like 20 or something.
Sometimes it's as little as 12 because the bearings are taking a whole bunch of the load away.
Sure. Also, Irrelevant and Darius, this is really, really, really important. When you're loading a bar at the gym, you can't put a small plate and then a big plate and then a small plate. It's just going to fuck up the dynamics of the lift a lot, okay? So whatever you've got going on there, this is called plate math, okay? Yeah, it's just looking at it is actually triggering the fuck out of me, okay? You can't do small, big. You can't do small, big, small. It's just stupid. Don't do that. You don't want to be that guy, okay?
You can do it. He's just OCD.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything about that one.
Destiny, why do you make up a lot of your fitness
So
takes?
let's,
Oh, fuck.
for now, it's kind of hard to do this over video, really. Don't worry about your feet too much right now, then. What I want you to do is focus on bringing your chest up. So just get yourself flat on the bench and then get in your position. And I want you to just focus on thoracic extension. So that's kind of like pressing your nipples up and back, getting your rib cage a little bit expanded.
Ooh.
I want you to pull the bar kind of into you and down till you can feel your lats engage a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. There we go. Got a little bit of an arch there. And now you can go ahead, press your feet in the ground. Don't worry about it too much. We don't need to deal too much with glute drive. Go ahead and try and lift off there. Keep your back nice and tight as you come down. Keep the chest up. Is that feeling any better or about the same? Well, I guess don't tell me until you're done.
I need more weight to see if it hurt the microphone.
Yeah, me too.
I can't hear anything.
Needs more weight.
Needs more weight. Hey, how's the shoulder? Is it bugging you a little bit less with the arch?
Destiny, tell him to take off the shirt so it could fix his mechanics and shit.
So I need at least plate and a 35. See if it'll actually hurt. Let's put a plate in. Okay.
Also, how wide is your grip there? I wasn't paying too much attention. Do you have your index finger on the ring or what? Where is it at?
This isn't good. You're doing it right, yeah.
Oh, they're fixing the plate. They're fixing it for you.
Yeah, good job. Thank God.
Oh my God. The perceived authority is crazy. That does absolutely nothing, but okay.
Okay, let's see this grip width. Yeah, that should be it. That looks okay. Yeah, grip width looks good. Yeah, keep that chest up. Good.
Guys, kick.com/Kratos. I'm live, by the way. I need at least 6K viewers.
Nice.
My face.
Yeah, I'm learning how to be.
Okay, how's it feeling on the shoulder? Shoulder now, really.
Less. It hurts a little bit less, but it still hurts a little bit.
Hurts a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
It might be a good idea for you guys to do like a little bit of external rotation stuff with like some bands or some bands or a cable. Get kind of like your what's it called? Your rotator cuff engaged a little bit. A really common thing that happens is your scapulohumeral rhythm gets disjointed, but basically all that means is your shoulder blades kind of coming off of your back, so you don't have a stable surface to press off of. So if you do a little bit of just external rotation stuff, that might help as a warm-up.
I can't understand how one person pulls 13,000 on one platform, 25,000 on the other, and 5,000 on the That's
a mystery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, so are we? Oh, sorry. Are we done now? Jacob's gone. It's over.
I think we're good to go. It's been fun.
You're welcome, Nick. I saved you.
You saved me.
You're welcome.
My Somalian brother. Thank you, Kratos. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Be careful, babe.
I'm trying to get you to say the N-word. That's about it. To get Destiny to say the N-word.
True.
Yeah.
Okay? That's my mission for this year.
We can keep conspiring on it. He's on kick now, so it's probably allowed, right?
Maybe.
True. He said somebody should go kill themselves. I was like, what the fuck? I almost vomited.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Darius,
guys, don't kill yourselves before donating. Come on, you got it. You got it.
No, I ain't gonna
that's
do
that
it.
alpha male.
You'll probably want to scooch up on the bench a little bit higher, Darius. You're looking a little bit low, like the bar's like around your neck area. You want to get it lower towards like your nipple.
Yeah, we're gonna. I forgot to tell him that. He's fucking around. I think you're fucking around. You're fucking around.
Darius is fucking around, bro. Darius, listen, this is dangerous. This is your trainer speaking, okay?
Darius, remember to clip the weight too. You guys aren't clipping the weight. You gotta be careful.
Shut the fuck up, dude. It's a fucking Smith machine.
Smith machine could fail.
Tampon taster.
Could fail, yeah, I suppose. That's true. Actually, if the Smith machine failed, it might be better to have no weight or have no collar, because then at least the weight would fall off and you wouldn't get.
You don't want the weight to fall off. If you break a Smith machine and you bench and you can't finish your rep, you want to die. So You don't want a clip. You want to come right down on your neck.
Giga Chad. Okay, Destiny. It seemed like you. By the way, I think most of your fitness takes are pretty good. Like,
thanks, buddy. They're usually just really basic things, just like my relationship advice.
They are usually pretty literally like basic things that everybody kind of learns when they first start going to the gym, like stuff that they teach in like ACE courses. Like you mostly listen to Mike Israetel and Ripito, right?
Yeah,
like those are your main.
Those
guys.
are my guys
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good guys. Anyway, it seemed like you thought some stuff was weird, though. Like you said.
Yeah,
that,
but I'm not here. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here observing all the memes, you know.
But I'd love to talk to you about it, Destiny, if you want to. Like.
Okay, here. Listen. Here's one thing I would say right now. Okay, cool. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. So, the normal conventional bench press is already slightly criticized for pressure that it puts on your shoulders, because the natural movement of the hands, if you're doing a dumbbell bench press, you're never dumbbell bench pressing like this. You're doing it like this. Your
like
hands want to rotate a bit. Yeah, you want to rotate your hands a little bit. So even on a conventional barbell bench press, people might be critical and say it could aggravate the shoulders because of the barbell being unable to flex, right? So that's one issue with the barbell bench press. Barbell bench press in a Smith machine has the added complication that generally the bar is going to travel in a path that's not completely straight over your head. It's going to drift back a little bit as you go up, and you're going to come down, right? So with these two things being aggravating factors that could both negatively impact a shoulder, I feel like if somebody's having shoulder pain for bench pressing, I would never have them in a Smith machine for a bench press. I would say, go get the dumbbells, practice the dumbbells, and your shoulder health is going to be way better. If you want to work your shoulders, do overhead press with dumbbells or whatever. If you can do other things for your shoulders, but if you're having shoulder pain, to go into a Smith machine bench press seems like a really, especially because shoulder pain, in my personal experience, you can work through shoulder pain in a way that you can't work through other pain. So it's easy to bullshit yourself into thinking your shoulders are fine until you destroy them. That's just my opinion. Smith machine bench press seems like a really scary lift to me. Like, I think there are some things that can be done in the Smith machine, but for a lift that naturally travels not in a straight line, and for a lift that wants your a little bit of rotation in your wrist when you're doing it, that just seems like a spaghetti to me. That would be the one thing I would say for this here.
I mean, I don't really love Smith machine bench. I didn't program Smith machine bench. I think the only bench I have programmed is incline dumbbell bench, specifically.
Sure.
But honestly, I don't even think there's that much. People are gonna fucking listen. Here's gonna be a real ballistic take. I don't think most people really need to be training barbell bench press.
Well, you have to if you're a man, because it's the funnest lift.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's the reason.
Unironically, it's also good because it's probably going to be if you want to get big boobs, that's going to be the lift that you can put the most weight on to grow your pecs, right? That's why the barbell bench press is like the king of like building your chest, because nothing else. You're not going to get a huge chest doing fucking pec flies or cable flies or whatever. Like, it's going to be with barbell bench pressing, right?
Wait, Destiny, how much do you weigh?
I'm 174 right now. Okay, I'm gonna be a big boy.
Wait, 174 at like 5'3"?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5'8".
I have no clue how tall you are.
5'8".
You're
Don't
5'8".
worry about me. You wear a mask. I don't care. Okay.
Hold on. So Destiny's 5'8", but Karantos, there's something you gotta realize. He's 5'8", but he's like actually 5'8", right? All these guys be lying about their height. So in your world, he's actually 5'10".
Oh no, but I've seen pictures of him. Like, he has an incredibly oversized head and like a very childlike body. So to me, I genuinely thought he's like 5'3".
Well, so he's got
like 5'3", and they look
he's got a big head, and he has very slouched forward shoulders, so he doesn't look as broad as he could otherwise.
Yeah, he's actually built like a nerd.
Thanks.
How long have you been going to the gym?
Definitely got the nerd posture.
Kranos, where are your gym streams? Show us what you're lifting, buddy.
Listen, I'm a tank, okay? You don't gotta worry about me. I could lift you on one hand and Darius on the other hand,
I'm sure
okay?
you could. Okay.
Listen. You don't gotta worry about me. Also, I do need to go to the gym at least 3 times a week ever since Nick passed out, right?
Okay.
I didn't yet, and I feel a little bit of guilt. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So
did I send you a routine yet? I don't remember.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So I'm gonna send you the routine, and then if you want, you can go to Destiny's fitness chat, and you can post it in there too, and so we can do this shit again for another fucking week.
Okay, hold on. So there's two things. So one, I think the Smith machine bench press is questionable. I would stop doing that lift if I was irrelevant and Darius, especially if your shoulder pains. The second thing, this is just something that I've learned that's worked for me, but I don't know. But when you're focusing on things like arches, I think that a good arch that develops from a bench press is never an arch that you intentionally work towards. I think the arch is going to be a result of, one, good leg positioning, especially feet connecting to the floor, and especially a drive that you feel through your glutes and legs. And then two, it's going to be from that like scapular retraction when you're like really back on the bench and you've got like a good like elbow position, right? Like instead of appropriate angle from your body. Assuming you're doing those two things well, your feet are planted on the floor, and you've got good scapular retraction, and you feel like strong and firm, your lower back is firm. I think from that, you'll get a good arch that results. If you just like try to throw your chest up and get a big arch, I think that can put you in like a compromised position. That would be like my guess on that. But.
Yeah. I mean, I would just like
like when I'm thinking of like an arch, I'm putting its shoulders back, lats are being like extended, lower back is strong, and my feet are on the floor, and then from there I'll have like some kind of arch. But if I think of like just like putting my chest forward, I don't know where that. I feel like I'm going to be doing some weird thing.
That's thoracic extension, right? So here's the thing. So what you're talking about is scapular retraction, right? Getting the shoulders back. But getting the shoulders back isn't going to establish an arch at all. It's just going to change like where your shoulder blades are.
Well, no, but that's why I said in conjunction with the other things as well. Like the arch is a result of the tightening of your body and the drive from your heel to palm of like pushing the barbell up. That assuming all those things are done correctly, I don't think you would have to ever think about like having an arch. It should result naturally from all those other things. I think that would be my
I mean, I think both ways are fine. It's basically a top-down approach versus a bottom-up approach. I think thoracic extension is a good thing.
Guys, do calisthenics, okay?
The one thing that's worked for me a ton is that sometimes people think, I think that cues are really important, because I think sometimes focusing on the body part is like it leads me to thinking like bad things. So like for instance, if we think about like deadlifting or squatting, you want to keep your chest up, but like the muscles that you would use to like push your chest up are different than the muscles you would use to like tighten your lats, to tighten your lower back, and have everything like super, like your whole lumbar chain like really engaged. That's going to be a different thing in my mind than like chest up, because chest up can still be a weak position, but like lats and back engaged, that's a different feeling. You know what I mean? So I feel like cues are like really important, rather than just saying like, oh, just put your chest up, because you can put your chest up and be in a totally compromised position, in my opinion.
I would definitely agree for deadlift for sure. I think in bench press though, it's like you just do want to get your chest up if you want an arch though. Like you don't need to bench with an arch, right? You don't need to. But generally speaking, if you're having shoulder pain, the arch is going to help, because it's going to cause less crowding of the humerus, right?
It could, but I think
there's more room this way than there is.
I think shoulder pain can happen from a few things too. One, it can happen if you're Smith machine bench pressing, because your shoulders might be in a shitty spot for it. My guess would be, with no experience or knowing at all, my guess would be is that shoulder pain is probably more likely to result from either one is your hand position, your wrist position on the bar, so having like wrist forward can put you in a weird spot, and two is this is a really big one, is inappropriate degree away from your body. So a lot of people, when you watch beginners do push-ups, push up like this, or sometimes their elbows are tucked too far in, rather than finding like the like what is the appropriate area for your elbows to be away from your body, so that you can hit like maximum depth, but you're not way the fuck flared out here. Because if you over flare, that's going to put your shoulder in a really ugly spot at the bottom of your bench, which I think is probably another scary thing too.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I don't know if like an arch I guess could help, but I don't know if an arch is going to be the reason why you are not having shoulder pain. Like whether you arch or not, I don't know if that
will explicitly. So let me explain why. Right. So if you think about if you've probably seen the anatomical dummies of the chest, right? The orientation of the fibers, right? This is one thing. The orientation of the fibers goes down. Right. So if you're lifting here, you're not lifting in orientation of the fibers at all, which is causing shearing force on the humerus, which isn't necessarily a problem. It's not like inherently a problem or anything, right? But you're putting yourself in a biomechanically disadvantageous position, which is why every power lifter is always using a super extreme arch. So we don't need a super extreme arch, but you want to be pressing in line with the fiber, right? Because that's how you're going to be able to most optimally use the muscle. On top of that, if you think about the anatomy of the shoulder, right? You've got your acromion up here, your AC joint, right? Which is bone, right? And it has a little hook that goes over both sides at the top, right? So the closer you are to pressing here, if you're trying to do horizontal adduction, which is what you do in the bench press, right? You're losing space to the humerus. Like the arm bone has less room. The shoulder has less room when you're pressing here, as opposed to if you arch, right? You're getting the muscles in line.
I don't disagree. That's why benching with a flat bag is probably a bad idea. It is important though to note that power lifters have a different goal than like a healthy lifter would have.
I agree.
Right? Yeah. Power lifter goal is going to be what is the shortest range of motion I could do while still having to be like a competition lift, right? So their goals and the way that they morph their body. So for instance, if you look at a female power lifter, the bar is traveling maybe half an inch when they do their lifts, right? That's not like a healthy, anatomically appropriate way to lift. That's how they win competition. So for an average lifter, I agree that like being able to push like kind of down through your chest rather than this like straight up with your shoulders here is probably going to be a different feeling. But again, I think that arch, it feels like it should be natural neutral rather than like you're trying to get as big an arch as possible. But yeah.
Well, I think the trouble is so if we could rewrite history, right, and everyone's lifting as like a baby, I would completely agree with you. The problem is I think everyone has this mentality in the gym of straight back, keep your back straight, keep your back straight, keep your back straight. So when people bench, they're like, oh, my lower back's coming off the bench, and it should. Right, but people try to keep way flatter than they should. So like, it's hard to have people be like, okay, let's go into a natural position here because we're taught to be unnatural, right? Because like a slight arch at least is natural in the bench press. That would be intuitive. But people
sure,
are like, oh,
technically,
I gotta be flat.
Technically, the bad advice that people have given through all of human history and still say is that you should keep a straight back. But the reality is you should keep a neutral back, right? Yep. You want a neutral back that's going to have a little bit of curvature that's supported all throughout your lumbar chain and everything, right? That's the important thing. But yeah, sometimes people think that like straight is good, but it's not necessarily straight. It's just supported by your muscles. But I think as you do like lifts throughout the gym, you'll learn, like, like when you sit down to do a lift, you know what your strong position is. It's not here, right? And it's not like with a super straight back. It's going to be with like your lats engaged. It's going to be with like your lower back strong. It's going to be like with your scapular pullback. Like you'll know what it is, but as a matter of like lifting.
Get Darius to pop that seat up a little bit if there's more room on the pec deck. He's looking a little low.
So pop the seat up.
There's a little clip on the back. Get it for him, really. Get it for him. Give him a read. Give me the old read. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. There you go. That looks a lot better.
I feel like that's a little high. I don't know. I like it a little lower.
I think you're taller than Darius, so.
Dang.
Yeah, I like it, but I like it so my damn near my chin is resting on that thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like it low. We don't want to go. It's whatever feels comfortable for you, honestly.
Nick, I got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Why do a lot of people in Destiny's chat hate you and Erudite? What's going on?
I think a lot of people. Oh, this is gonna sound soy as hell. I think a lot of people on the internet hate Erudite because she's a woman, and I think a lot of people hate me because I'm fucking her.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, dude. I choked on my Pepsi. Okay, interesting. Now I'll tell you why people hate Erudite real quick.
Okay.
She was on Destiny shit. Because Destiny brought up FGM in Somalia, right? I told him, yo, that practice is outdated. We don't do that shit no more. And she fucking went on Twitter. She's like, well, actually, according to this study, 90 to 95% of 5 to 11-year-old girls have had FGM done on them.
Damn.
It's fucking retarded. It is fucking the most retarded thing ever. Because she was on stream while I was there. She could have brought this up. She could have had a conversation about it. But she resorted to putting it out. This misinformation, mind you, putting out the fact that 90 to 95% of 5 to 11-year-olds have had FGM done on them. First of all, FGM is a practice that was conducted by people of my parents and my grandparents' generation, the millennials and the Gen Z.
Bro, this is a bunch of nerd shit to me. What's FGM? I don't know what we're even talking about.
Female genital mutilation.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
wait, I'm so sorry. So she is saying that female genital mutilation happens, and you're saying it doesn't really happen? Is that?
No. She's saying it happens to 90. According to a study, it happens to 90 to 95% of 5 to 11-year-old girls in Somalia, which is the biggest crock of shit. Bro, I'm telling you, these people that live by studies are some of the most retarded people ever.
True. Studies are cringe.
Right? No. What kills me is the fact that I would just love to see how they fucking went ahead and conducted this study, because I swear to God, I lived in Somalia for 2 to 3 years, and I'm telling you,
and you didn't see a single vagina at all. So how could any of them be cut?
First of all, keep it halal, okay? Number one. Number two. I literally asked the people their thoughts on this, right? From my parents to my classmates to all people all across, right? And everybody said, yo, we don't like to do that stuff. Mainly because, listen, they have a lot of people, a lot of cousins, a lot of family members that are diaspora outside of Somalia. And second of all, right, they have more access to fucking technology and fucking information online, so they don't practice that type of shit. So for you to fucking try to convince people that 95% of Somali girls between the age of 5 and 11 have had their fucking vagina sewn shut is so wild and so fucking terrible, because it just sends the worst image. Yeah, that's how they do it, right? It's the wildest.
I thought they just like removed some of the labia minora and stuff.
There's different levels to female genital mutilation. That's like one of the more extreme ones.
They sew it shut? Jesus.
And then the husband unsews it after they get married, yeah.
It's like the ultimate virginity seal. But that shit... And I even said it on Destiny stream. I never said that it didn't happen. I said that it used to happen.
Wait, so you're telling me people hate Erudite because she says that women are getting their vaginas sealed?
No, it's probably to do with maybe like sometimes the condescending way that she carries conversation. But for the most part, right, I just wanted to come in to say, hey, don't fucking say cap shit. And when I'm here, you don't say anything. It's like this pussy ass bitch Darius. Like everybody talks shit, but when I'm right here, nobody says nothing. Bro, I'm a nice guy,
He's in
okay?
the gym, bro.
Nice guys.
Cole, hold on, chill. He can't be wild.
I got
He's
smoke
in
for
the
niggas
gym
on the
right now.
toilet. Like you don't even know if I'm taking a shit right now, nigga. Like I don't give a
Is
fuck
everyone
where
in
I
the
am, okay?
gym listening to this right now?
You on the fucking leg machine. You a bitch. And now if they're listening, they're gonna be in trouble. But I'm just saying, it's the goofiest shit ever, dude.
Bro, the lunk alarm is about to go off, bro. That chick on the leg press, she was freaking out.
He's running away. Wait, they might have been listening.
Okay. Yeah, Destiny, did you have any questions about the actual routine though? Because you were talking about the Smith machine stuff, but I didn't program any Smith machine.
I mean, like if you want like random retarded shit, I would say that for beginning lifters, esoteric like isolation lifts are weird. Like I don't know why you would do any forearm work or anything like that at all.
Oh yeah, the forearm stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Like weird, like what was it? Like a dumbbell, like. I think you had like dumbbell reverse flies or something. Like these things oftentimes these are lifts using really small muscles. Almost anything involving like rear delts is going to be like prone to injury, and it's just a weird lift. And it's like, why do like these like really niche things if it's a beginning lifter?
Training rear delt is going to be prone to injury?
With dumbbells, I think it can be. Yeah.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
I think it's really good. Like like creating a strong like upper back posterior compartment of the shoulder. I think is really beneficial, right? Because it's gonna pull you back more, right? Whereas
sure, it can be, but I feel because the rear delt is such a small muscle, I feel like people will cheat things. And the top, what is the name of the
upper trap?
Yeah, no, your top
Levator
delt.
Scapula.
The top delt.
Your what?
Your middle delts or whatever. These
Medial
are things,
delt,
I feel like these are things that people cheat a lot too. So for instance, like a good lateral raise might look like this, but you'll see people do things like where they're like kind of like bending over, or they're doing all sorts of shit things to like cheat those like lifts. I just feel like really like small isolation movements are kind of weird. I mean, you can do it if you want. I don't think it's a huge deal. But when you only have like so much time in the gym and you're only doing so many lifts to like start to get into like really niche things like this, it feels like like for rear delts, I'm just curious, why not just do like reverse flies? Like it's such an easy lift. It's hard to hurt yourself. The cable, it's even tension throughout the entire thing. Like the form is like there for you.
What did I program? Rear delt swings?
I think so. Yeah, dumbbell rear delt swings, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say I think a rear delt swing is even easier to
than
do
a reverse fly on a cable
fly.
Machine.
Yeah.
Okay. There's that, and then like RP5 is a really hard RP. I don't think I know what an RP5 is. Like feeling it.
Yeah,
like
nobody does. Almost nobody would ever train RPE5 for anything, unless maybe like if you were like an Olympic lifter and you were doing like a little bit of like low weight speed training or some shit like that. Like almost nobody would train RPE5. I was telling Jacob this, but the reason the RPE5 is programmed is not because I want RPE5 specifically. It's just meant to elucidate like a 5 out of 10 because it's only in the first 6 days of training that I have the RPE5, and then it goes up to RPE7, RPE6, RPE9, RPE7, and then the next day is 7, 7, 9, 9, 7, 8, 6, 9, 7, 7, 7, 9, 7, 6, 9, 7.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I feel like for a lot of beginner, like if you're thinking like strong lifts or starting strength, or probably any beginner barbell program, it feels like for beginning lifters, it's basically just like do the lift. It feels like pretty good. Add 5 pounds next time if you can complete it all. I don't think a beginning, even after probably like a few months of training, I don't know if you're gonna know they're just like RPE like 7 or 8 or like RPE like 6 or 7. I think that's something you kind of feel out more with more training, especially as like the muscles and the CNS and everything develop. Like all of that's gonna feel a lot different too. But that's not like a huge thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I just think it's important as a lifter, like everything, most programs, most training is categorized through RPE. That's like what most people use, right? So it's like, yeah, I think it's just something you need to learn. It's like a rite of passage into the gym. Yeah, and again, specifically with Darius, I normally, so this looks nothing like I would normally program a beginner, right? Because most people who start training, they're like, okay, I want to get big, or I want to lose weight, or I want to look more tone, or whatever, right? All of those things basically mean the same. Almost every beginner lifter wants to lose weight, gain muscle, and look tone, and looking tone is just losing weight and gaining muscle. Darius wants kind of like a very specific anime pro tag type of physique that isn't like something you would easily or readily develop through like a simple barbell training program.
Well,
right?
so like here's my question. This is what I don't understand, okay? Because I feel like you could literally put Darius on like literally like starting strength, but like don't progress very much and do like a lot of cardio, and that would like hit his goals. Like,
well, so yeah,
or actually not even actually, because he doesn't really need to squat. He doesn't even need to deadlift. But like give him some, like a really basic PPL with like 2 or 3 lifts per session.
I don't really like PPL, honestly.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can not like it, but I mean, it's super simple, it's super easy, and then just have him doing like a lot of cardio. It could be like jump roping, it could be swimming, it could be running, but like that'll get him leaner and it'll build him a little bit of muscle, which seems really cool.
He has cardio, so he's doing 3 cardio days a week, I think, and the idea was 3 cardio days a week and 3 resistance training days a week. And there's a lot of isolation specifically because we want to get him like that sleeper build, right? That's what the anime protagonist is. It's not like looking fucking ripped all the time. It's like, okay, you look
sure,
like
but real quick,
when
we say looking ripped, that's going to be more of a product of your progressive overload than the particular lifts you're doing. Because you can get ripped using your program. If you were to train RPE 7 to 8 every single day on all the lifts that you have, you'll get big, right? Or you can do like starting strength or strong lifts 5x5, and you can do RPE 6 your whole life and maybe not get that big, right? Because you're never really exerting yourself that much, right?
So two things, right? One is why there's not really any reason to bother learning the complex compounds, right? So like your bench press, your squat, like you were saying, and even your deadlift. There's not really that much point because he doesn't give a fuck about the big 3.
Sure.
So there's not really a big reason.
Yeah, I think squatting and deadlifting, I think you can just fucking do leg press, calf raises, fuck squatting, and then for deadlifting, honestly, you probably don't even need to fuck with any posterior chain shit at all because who the fuck cares really if you're not like lifting to get big on those lifts. But then at that case, it would be like just simple pushes, simple pulls. Like I think incline shit is fine. I think normal like dumbbell bench press or barbell bench press. Bench pressing is always good. People always want like chest.
The reason specifically for a lot of the isolation stuff is it's like we don't really need to.
Type one in the chat if they're overcomplicating the fuck out of building muscle.
That's what your mom said.
This is so bro, this is like the worst.
Why interrupt the
ever.
Okay, good,
like
nice,
true.
Okay.
Bro, if you're a new guy to fucking going to the gym and you listen to this, you'd never want to fucking go to the gym. Bro, go fucking pick a dumbbell and just do it a bunch of times until you don't want to do it anymore. Okay, just fucking go do that shit, bro.
I'll get out of here right after this. The last thing I was gonna say, okay, the sleeper build thing, right? We're gonna get into some anatomy. If you want to build a sleeper build, right, you need to de-emphasize certain muscles like the brachialis, right, which is one of the 3 major muscles of the
niggas know what brachialis is.
I know they don't. But if you train your brachialis, right, it's this side muscle that does that can
the horseshoe.
No, that's tricep. Brachialis is on the side, triceps on the back. So we're de-emphasizing things like the long head of the tricep because the long head of the tricep takes up a whole lot of space. It makes your arm look really big by default, right? We're de-emphasizing the long head of the bicep because the brachialis. We're de-emphasizing the brachialis because it adds to a lot of arm mass by default, but it doesn't give you a whole bunch of definition. We're overemphasizing stuff like the long head of the long head of the bicep because it gives you that peak, right? So when he flexes, it's like boom, out of nowhere, sleeper build, right? It's stuff like that. We're emphasizing certain muscles for specific reasons because he wants that sleeper build, anime protagonist physique. He doesn't want to be a big bodybuilder, that dude. That's basically what it comes down to. Also, like lateral raises for the medial delt, right? Because the medial delt gives you that shoulder width, that top shelf. That's the whole reason for it. There's reasons behind literally everything. Jacob and all of the lovely humans and all the lovely humans in the fitness chat just they see it. They're like, oh, this doesn't look like some Ripito shit. This isn't what I would do. It's not maximal gains. It's like, yeah, that's right. It's not maximal gains because Darius doesn't want maximal gains. He wants an anime protagonist sleeper build.
Bro, that's like the biggest scope for somebody who can't put on mass. Like, I can't get big, so, you know, I would just want to look like a fucking anime character. First of all, why does somebody
Darius actually
as
could get
skinny
big
as him? Bro, he's a twink. Why does he have to fucking lose more
Darius
weight?
actually has, like, insane chest genetics. His insertions are really good. I think he could put on a lot of mass, but he doesn't want to.
Because he has
I want to convince him. I want to convince him to go for the, like, scrap all of this female gaze shit and just go fucking roided out fucking gym bro. But I'm not going to build him a program to be a roided out gym bro if he wants to be otter mode. Like, that's just fucked up. And that's what Jacob wants. He wants a typical kind of bro.
I got a question for chat. How many times did Destiny say I feel this is the way? I thought Destiny don't speak on things that you don't know about. Like,
that's a good preface. He's giving his opinion.
Just giving my opinion. Listen, if you disagree, Karatos, with anything I say, feel free to bring it up.
Opinions.
Okay. Oh well.
Terrible.
All right, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Have a good one, you guys. Listen, if anybody in the fitness, hopefully the beef is all squashed. You know. Jacob ran in fear. But if anyone else wants to talk, we can talk about it anytime. Like I said, I'm
Then
not
stick
running.
around. Maybe they want to fucking hop in. Why the fuck are you in a rush to go to?
I'm hungry, bro. I want to eat and exercise, and then I have to host a panel about Mr. Girl.
Nice one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go get some food in, man. All right, peace out. See you, D-ball.
Be careful.